How's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. The blinds are open. At least those two blinds are. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And super chats as well, or a live video. There is going to be another thing on the wall very soon. Shout out to my body. Oh god. Shout out to my boy Kevin. My boy Kevin has so graciously helped me with this frame, and the frame is obviously of this is an Alex Ross. This is a number 41 out of 395, and I had gotten it last year. I just never got a frame for it. Put that right there, and I'm going to go and hang that on the wall at some point this weekend. Anyway, I really hope we get Alex Ross on the app. That would be really great. That'd be fun. We have a bunch of stuff to go over, so I'll go and get this spread. We'll start with the OMI and then GrumpyCat, and then we'll get the rest of the news on board. And there was a lot. Despite me going live yesterday, there was still a lot of news that happened between that I didn't get to cover, and the news as well. So we're up about 0.5% today. We're a little bit, I don't know if I ever, typically I don't really compare OMI to I compare it to the rest of crypto, but I really don't compare it to the markets, the Dow, the S&P, silver, gold, and all that. I think I might start to, though. But OMI's up about 0.5% with atrocious volume at 662,000. And again, it just, looks like a penny stock. That you can't see that. That is too bright. Again, just looks a little bit like a penny stock. Obviously, it starts there, but we are up on the day. And then let's see. So be advised, Akomi had gone on before, and they had mentioned not to use a certain exchange. It was X Market, saying that there was a lot of people that had gone on and said, hey, we got scammed from X Markets. X Markets is a thing that they said it's been brought to our attention that a potential scam exchange has been listed under OMI on CoinMarketCap. Do not use the X Markets exchange under any circumstance. We do not know or endorse this exchange and have never worked with them and have received reports that they are stealing customer funds and deposits. For a complete list of endorsed exchanges, please visit the OMI token portal. Pretty much anything else is fine before XSN. I mean, in general, you don't want your stuff on exchanges. I still know a couple of friends that still have some of their stuff on exchanges. You typically want to have your stuff on the ERC20. You don't want to have it on GoChain. I really hope that everyone has it off of GoChain, and I really hope they have it off of exchanges, whether it's in a ledger or a trust wallet, whatever it is. Anywho, that was one bit of news, and then we have, let's compare it to the rest of the market, see how it was doing compared to Bitcoin and everything else. Actually outperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum both down 0.5% today. XRP down 1.7, Lido and Solana down, Dogecoin down. So the only things that it really beat that it did not beat was BNB and Cardano in the top 10. Those are up 1.8 and 2.7 respectively. And then we'll go over to the GrumpyCat to see how it's doing. I think it should have gone up a little bit. Yeah, no, that's 4chan. 4chan is actually up a lot. 4chan's up to over 3.5 million. They were down to like $2 million the other day. So 4chan had a nice surprise, so good for them. But again, we're not here to cover the 4chan as of right now. We're here to cover the GrumpyCat. And 4chan actually surpassed GrumpyCat in market cap. GrumpyCat is currently at 2.93 million. That'll go just up as the days go on, just as more and more people get paid. You have a really insane top group of people over in the community that just commits a portion of their paycheck each week. And then on top of that, you have a bunch of stuff that's coming. So the comic book, I hear that the comic book has a very good writer that just stepped on board. Someone that has had experience with a bunch of other writing projects in the past and is lending their expertise to this now. But be advised, it is still in kind of like the writing and beginning stage. They have a bunch of the artwork, they have a bunch of the characters, they have a bunch of the stuff written. It's just certain things for the storyline that they're tweaking, which again, it all looks great right now. I'm really excited for where that's going. The voice. So there's going to be a comic book there. I don't know if there's going to be an audio book or a cartoon, but they are fielding some like voice actors and some stuff for whatever it is that they're doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see GrumpyCat in a couple of other things that maybe I haven't mentioned yet. Lucas, thank you so much for the super chat. Saying see you at the dollar OMI party next year. um, I don't believe we would get $1 next year. I, I do believe that it might be possible because Crypto Rain and Doctor and Doctor of Stuff have really gone on and not opened my eyes, but they have shown me when I was talking about market caps of OMI and talking about what the potential market cap and value of OMI could be. I was always like, okay, what should it be logically? And logically, I would say the market cap should be 30 billion. Maybe between like 30 and 50, but I would say 30 billion. Is fair. And with no burns, that's a 10-cent OMI. Okay, cool. But we know it is going to burn. We know there's going to be a lot of burns, like billions, tens of billions of OMI burn. So I was like, okay, well, maybe we can get up to the 40, $50 billion market cap. And then Crypto Rain said something the other day. He said, well, Randy, when talking about what should happen, you're right. Logically, yeah, the 30, $50 billion market cap makes sense. But sometimes things happen that don't make sense. And it's like, well, yeah, but sometimes that's in the realm of reality. And it's like sometimes yes, sometimes not. He said, obviously everyone knows XRP, Ripple, top 10 coin. In 2017, it should not have had anywhere near a $300 billion market cap. It should not have. But it did. And will we see that again? Probably at some point. So OMI should not have a $100 million market cap. Or I'm sorry, $100 billion market cap. It should not have a $300 billion market cap. It should not have any of these. But it might. It is possible, because when that FOMO cooks in, again, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. You see that with Tesla, you saw that XRP, you just saw that with so many things that were undervalued for so long. And then finally, it clicks with so many people saying, hey, this type of thing isn't right. They're making too much revenue and they have so much IP. Like they're just, and it doesn't have to be with Veve. It could be with anything. With Tesla, from 2013 to 2019, that's 6 years, traded sideways. And then 2020, again, to the pandemic, it started going up before the pandemic. When the pandemic happened, it kind of crashed. And then, from 2020 to 2021, like in like a year, it did like an 8x for a stock, especially like that's unheard of. But people were undervaluing it for so long. The data was being misrepresented. You had all of these analysts that were on CNBC and MSNBC and all these people that were going and saying, well, and again, they were people that had analyzed car companies, and they were trying to value Tesla like a car company, and that's nowhere near how you should try to value it. It's not a car company, it's a tech company, it's a software company. It just happens to make cars. But now we know that Tesla is about a dozen different companies, a dozen different startups, all rolled up into one. They finally saw that, okay, the world is changing and it is going electric, albeit a bit slowly. What was it? How long did it take for us to go from, I don't know, wood to coal? I don't know, like 100 years? And how long did it take to go from coal to electricity? Like 50 years? Okay, well, how long is it going to take to go from electricity to renewable? Well, not 50 years, but clearly it hasn't been the last 5 or even 10 years. I would say it might take 20-ish years. But again, Tesla is leading that revolution, and it's showing that that's the future. And I said before in 2020 that Tesla won the decade. I was right. So in 2021, 2022, and now 2023, when I say that Veve has won the decade, well, that makes sense. People are just looking at, people still even call Veve an NFT project, and it's not necessarily a project anymore. A project like actually, let me go and I don't know when this was from. Had to have been from a long time ago. But it was somebody that had gone on and said, and again, this is not me, this is somebody that you should not listen to, that said, my favorite low-priced project to buy is Gorilla NFT with floor values being 2 Solana. And my favorite high-end project is BASC DAO with the floor price being 15 Solana. Both projects are going to make their dent in the Solana space. Most people don't build on Solana anyway. Most people build on the Ethereum blockchain. I was going over this with my Will the other day, talking about Bitcoin, and he didn't really know too much about Ethereum. And I was saying, hey, listen, Bitcoin is that digital gold. That's the one where all these spot ETFs are going to go to, and yeah, Bitcoin's going to see a massive run up. But the fact of the matter is that nobody really builds on Bitcoin. I guess Bitcoin ordinals, some people do that, which is fine, but again, you don't really build projects on Bitcoin. You build projects on Ethereum. Most projects are built on Ethereum. And most NFT projects are built on layer 2. I don't know if there's, I mean, it's too much of a hassle for, NFTs to really be on layer 1, maybe except for like CryptoPunks or whatever. So what I'm saying is that people keep calling Veve kind of a project. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. I wouldn't really call them a project. And this is why that's why everyone needs a gold and silver logo to get to these parties and realize, oh, you're this person. Why are you here? We don't have you publicly announced as a license, but you put 2 and 2 together. Oh, okay. Veve's likely to have a partnership with these people. And again, even if you don't have a gold logo, you just watch my videos and say, oh, Randy said something about seeing someone at a party that he recognized that is and it's of a major company, and he's really excited. I guess Veve has some more tricks up their sleeves that they're not, they're not talking about anymore. Anywho, I feel like I've gabbled a little too much. We got to get to the news. There's a bunch of stuff to go over. What's today? Friday. Okay, so Brock McBlockchain goes and says, hey everyone, I just want to be transparent. Due to circumstances outside my control, the Feeshly Underworld drop for Veve will not get to happen this month of October like originally planned. I'm currently working on getting an official drop date that'll let you all know as quickly as possible. Still excited as ever to deliver the unique experience of the Feeshly Underworld in 4 unique interactive 3D collectibles in a very limited supply. This leaves only one more thing. This leaves only one more thing. If you were brave enough, then we're on to Feeshly 2-year extravaganza. Hope you all have a wonderful day. So that was Brock Blockchain just going and saying, and I don't think it's any fault of his. I just think that Veve's just so overloaded with so many things right now that they just had to say, hey, Brock, for Feeshes, we want to do this. Our aim is to do this, but we have this, and this that has to be done before we can do that, which is fine. So those Feesh stuff will probably happen in November, I hope. If not, hope for the end of the year. So this was from yesterday. Happy October 26th. Back to the Future. Because if you go into the... if you see that movie from Back to the Future, where he goes is October 26th, 1985. So it was Back to the Future Day. Veve had gone on and posted that. So Veve has been very, very... the person who has been behind the Veve Twitter account should get a raise or something, because they had gone on before and they had talked about a... well, I'll say this. If you constantly talk bad about Veve and you constantly go and demand things from them, and you're blocked from their Discord and their channel, and you're blocked from, there's probably a reason why you are, and Veve just let them have it. It's like, anyone ever see, I think it was Stranger Things season 2, where Dustin goes up to the door, he's like, hey, where's not Will? Where's Mike? Where's Mike Wheeler? Okay, well, where's Nancy? And then the dad's like, didn't you know our children don't live here anymore? And Dustin's just like, God damn it, you're good. You don't know shit. You're good for nothing, aren't you? And he just let him have it. Veve kind of just let a futter have it today. Someone that just again doesn't believe Veve NFTs are real, and he just. It was just fun. It was just really exciting to see them do that. Anywho, moving on, we have, okay, that's that. Wolf, meow. Okay, November 3rd. There was somebody that purchased a secret rare Iron Man. So it's the Chase, the 1 of 50. And he had number 19. So this was so he had number 19. Oh, why is this continuing to get freaking... Okay, there we go. So he had number 19. So it's obviously, there's only 40 of these that are under the original 41. Ones that you could almost never really get. Paid $3,000 for it. I didn't. Somebody else did, but somebody paid $3,000 for it, and clearly that it was worth it to that person. And again, in general, that one of 50 is going to be worth at least in the four figures. But getting a 19 was really cool as well. View says, in celebration of Jurassic Park 30, continues with the next series of digital collectibles from the epic film. 4 collectibles in Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Series drops on Saturday, November 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure 100% how many of those are there yet, or what they are, I mean. And then you have, all right, so I guess I mentioned this the other day. I mentioned this yesterday in the middle of the stream with Al Kahn and Lori Brenner. I'll go over to David's. He's got 2 new posts. All right, I'll go to his Instagram now. That's originally where he had made the post on Instagram before Veve. And he said, exciting news. Veve has been honored as one of the Deloitte fastest growing technology businesses in New Zealand, and we couldn't have done it without you. Our incredible fams and our dedicated Veve team, thank you for your unwavering support. Let's celebrate this incredible achievement together. #Veve, #Veve fam, #collector at heart, #Deloitte Fast 50. So shout out to them for that. Interesting, Marty. So we were talking about the somebody was asking about Mattel the other day. Whether it be, they were asking about, hey, when Mattel license, when can we get Barbie and Hot Wheels and other those types of things? And I said, well, if you wanted to have a Barbie, NFT contract, with Mattel, it would have been much easier before the movie, like before they made $1 billion, and now everyone wants their attention. So I think that's going to get much harder now. And then somebody commented and they said, okay, well, the Marty hoverboard, from the Back to the Future, has the Mattel logo on it. What about that? So the Marty hoverboard from Back to the Future does have the Mattel logo on it. That is true, but that was likely licensed from Universal, just from the third party. So again, we could get, let's say, I don't know, a good one that shares licenses, or a license that is shared from, I don't know. Let's say you have Fruits Basket, right? So Fruits Basket is a Tokyo Pop shoujo manga, but it's also from Natsuki Takaya. And if you couldn't get Natsuki Takaya's approval for her version or part of that from Fruits Basket, you can get it from Funimation. You could get it from shoujo. You can get it from somewhere else. So for us, for that Mattel board that Marty has, we didn't get it from Mattel. We got it from Universal. So that's the type of thing that can sometimes happen. That's why I was really hoping we would get Super Mario Brothers, not necessarily from Nintendo, but because it was Illumination, it's part of Universal. I just thought that type of thing would be really cool if we can get something like that. Who texted me? Oh, all right, it's one of my. Copy that. And then we have over here. Holy crap! Oh, we have Veve Viral that went on and redeemed a what mint number did he redeem? He redeemed mint number 9 of the common. So shout out to him. He 100% deserves it. We really love that. Alex mentioned that Veve would be down this morning from 3 a.m. to for a couple of hours, from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. this morning. Said for maintenance and back-end improvements. And I didn't see Veve down. Like, I didn't see them that they were, oh, hey, come back soon. Hey, the app's not working. And also, if you go onto the Play Store over on, at least for Android, there's no update yet. It just says open. So either they didn't finish, they had to delay it, or they just did something that didn't need an update. I'm not 100% sure what. And Brock was really excited about this. He says, it's finally time. Huge if true. I think he even retweeted it saying, yeah, if you know, you know. But I think he was just trolling because clearly there's nothing there. Again, unless they happen to go and, whatever. So Veve, it looks like they are, I'm not sure if this is them going and they're advertising on Instagram, or if Instagram is kind of advertising for them, because somebody did see an Instagram ad saying, Veve Official is collecting your hidden superpower. The Incredibles Super Series 2 drops on Friday, October 27th. And speaking of which, they did not do that well today. Like I'll check right now and see what they've done in 12 hours, but it was not a lot. Um, so The Incredibles, let's see what we got here. Dash, okay, so 509. So only 228. Or I'm sorry, 227. So 227 for him, and then 1108, 803, 09. So what I say, 227 and 309. Let's do this. Let's add those. 536. And how much did Jack Jack get? That was 1914. So before, so 523. Okay, 536 plus 523 times 30. They made $31,000. That is not a lot at all. I mean, it would be for like a random license that maybe isn't as popular as this, but Incredibles is like it's like 20 years old, and it's enough for people that are my age to have liked it when they were younger. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like it. It wasn't really my thing, but Foster Hilt made a beautiful post about it, and actually I got to read that because that was actually pretty heartwarming. But again, it's just it might be because, well, here's my hypothesis about this. You just came off of Comic Con where you had a bunch of drops each day, and you had some really cool stuff that you really wanted to get. Like you wanted to get one of those secret rare posters because they're super scarce and they're like $30, and you wanted to get some of those Toy Tokyo drops, from Tokidoki, because those are super scarce, and some of them are, again, the things that are less than like 600. You kind of want to get, and so they had that. Just people going and spending thousands of dollars just on lodging, just on travel and lodging alone. Like, hey, maybe I don't get this right now. Maybe I'll wait. And then again, you have like 8 drops in a row from like 2 days ago all the way. We just started season 7, which started with a Bloodborne comic, and then you had again $450,000 spent on these Marvel Funko Veve NFTs, the collaboration. So there was just a lot that was kind of drained from the Veve wallets, from like the fans. So I think that's partially the reason why this really cool drop. So now you can get all of the Incredibles. You have them all. I think that's why it only got three. I think that's only got 30,000 or 31,770. But again, just my opinion. Oh, dude. All right. So speaking of Barbie, there's a song in Barbie called "I'm Just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10." And they made a spoof of that on SNL, on Saturday Night Live, and it was Pete Davidson saying, "I'm just Pete, and I like jugs. I'm mentally ill, and I'm on drugs." And it is like the greatest, most fantastic spoof I have ever heard, and I've been doing nothing but listening to it like the last 24 hours. It's better than the original. Supernatural, okay, yep, Halloween stuff. Oh, Darcy! Shout out to Darcy Donovan for going and mentioning me in her live stream yesterday. That was really cool. Shout out to you, Darcy. I can't wait to act in your movie. Speaking of big whales like Darcy, there's somebody I know that now has 1% of the Skywalker lightsaber. How much? 1%, 198. How much is it? Well, if you can't do the math, it's 19,800. There is a fudge ton of Luke Skywalker, or just Skywalker lightsabers, and a buddy of mine has 1% of the entire supply. Shout out to this person. I'm not going to say in case they don't want. There was a secret rare Miles Morales that was on auction today, and I was so curious to see what it would have gotten. What was your guess? What is your guess on the Miles Morales and how much it had, how much it went for on auction? This is not a publicized auction. This is not an auction that got any traction. I didn't make a video about it. I didn't make a stream about it. I don't know anyone that did. And I think that's why it only sold for like $6,500. It didn't even crack. It didn't even get 6,900. That's how little people cared about this. Whoever got that for a steal. I knew a couple of friends that were going and they were bidding on it. But again, it's not letting you. Veve has this thing where, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you put in your own bid. It only lets you bid increments of like $1 or 10 cents or whatever. So of course this was never going to get that high because Veve, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they have that. This would have gone for so much more if you could just put in your own bid. This would have gone for like 8 grand, like at least. eBay has that. Put in your own bid, and whoever, let's say if the bid for something's $6,000, if I go in at 2,000, yes, I put that bid in, but it says you're not the highest bidder. Okay, 2,200, 2,500, 3,000. What do I have to do? And eventually you realize, okay, I'm just not going to be the highest bidder. So yeah, moving on. Yeah. Oh God, I'm dying. And we have, yep, the warning. Just more Veve stuff. Henry Cavill saying that he likes boneless wings. Shout out to him. Oh God, I'm dying. Yep, Star Dogs. I keep meaning to be in. Darcy Donovan does a space every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so busy. I have so much. I can never. Even tomorrow, I want to go and be part of that space, but I can't. She has a couple of amazing announcements tomorrow for that space. Again, how did I get a part in a movie? How did you go and are able to get some of the benefits that I get, and you don't even have to be in the movie? Go listen to that space tomorrow. Darcy Donovan, her Star Dogs will be going in and doing that space. Veve says, who wants a jetpack to play with? And I was like, okay, I could use a jetpack. I'm thinking like, oh, give us the Mandalorian jetpack. Give us Mando. Give us Jango Fett, Boba Fett. Give us some type of Mandalorian jetpack. And unfortunately, we did not get that. Which is fine. They have other stuff. Like they have it's a James Bond jetpack, which is cool. If anyone played those games on PS2, they were amazing. I mean, obviously, if you go back to, GoldenEye, The World Is Not Enough, I don't think you can get a jetpack in those. But for the stuff on PS2, where it's a little more, yeah, you got those. Anyway, Veve says, in continuing celebration of the 60th anniversary of the James Bond 007 film franchise, Veve presents a collection of iconic props from the Eon archives. You collect pieces across 7 series to unlock exclusive Bond collectibles, meaning that there's going to be 7 of these drops, and if you just collect one collectible from each, albeit the cheapest, you'll get an airdrop or something, which is cool. This one drops on the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of, sorry. So it gets that, which is cool. And then on top of that, Lisa, my that's amazing. Oh, shout out to Chris Mander. Or I'm sorry, not Chris, Cello Mander. Cello Mander has the number 2 gold Iron Man. I don't know what he's going to list that for. I'm going to check in the market right now because that's incredible. Let's see what the secret. And the number 2 is not listed. The number 3 is listed for 66,000. Nobody's buying that. The number 21 is at 3,500. Somebody paid 3,000 for the 19, and that's cool. I just don't really see anyone. There's so many of them. I don't think anyone's going to get those, but who knows? They're 1 of 50. I think they're worth at least 1,000 in general. And then we shall go to Jeremy Pador had posted an interview of Kobe Bryant saying Kobe knew that the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone first edition, first print hardback book was 1 of 500, with most going to public libraries and many were destroyed, was a collectible to keep. Kobe Bryant said that is one of the 3 most valuable things that was at his house at the time, and he said if there was a fire, he was going and getting that book. So he knew scarcity and historicness, these all play a factor. And okay, I think that was it. I'm gonna go to the comments. All right, let's go to the comments. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Bill Garter says, "Let's heck go. First like, get it, Bill." Taco Break says, "I'm definitely going to watch this video." Oh, hello, Taco Breaks. I saw you got 2 of the secret rares. You got 2 of the 1 of 50s. That's amazing. You have 2.5% of the entire supply. That's incredible. And I'm very, very happy for you. Very, very happy for you. Or no, it's 4% of the entire supply, right? Because if you double it, No, hold on. Yeah, 4% of the entire supply. Maybe. I might be doing the math wrong. Taco Break says Randy rules. Oh, thank you, Taco. I have to see, because my brain is derping. Um, maybe 250. Oh, yes, you do have 4% of the supply of that, which is absolutely phenomenal. So shout out to you. Connor goes, let's get this bread. I love this game. Connor, thank you for the glasses. You ever see those TikToks like, thank you for the ice cream. Thank you for the ice cream. Um, where they're pretending to be AI. It's heckin' wild. I see a lot of things on TikTok that I don't know. Like, if there's any ladies here, I don't think there are, but if there are, ask your husband or boyfriend how often they think about the Roman Empire, and the answer might surprise you. It's gonna be a couple times a week, probably. It says, was thinking Randy went to sleep for the night already. No, no, I was out. Taco Break says Randy doesn't sleep. Money never sleeps. What says is that because of the PTSD? Oof, that was a good one. That was that was one of the best ones that I think I have read from Wes, and Wes has given us some bangers. Jesus, man, shots fired. Wes, I love you, man. You always keep the Snapchat community entertained. Um, um, I don't know how to answer that. Sometimes I don't sleep for multiple reasons. It's like, you ever see, what was that Star Trek movie? It was like the recent one. Well, it was like 10 years ago. Um, where somebody's asking Spock, like, I don't like your attitude. And then Spock's like, I'm expressing multiple attitudes at once. To which are you referring? Like, there's a couple reasons why I don't sleep. That might be one of them. Crazy Dan says, Showtime. What up, Crazy Dan 420? Lucas, I'll see you at the Dollar OMI party next year. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know if I don't know if I would have a. I mean, when OMI's, heck, it's 1 cent. Everyone will have a party. It's half a cent. There'll probably be a party. $1. I mean, think about it. Most of most of the OMI out there, at least a third of it, more than a third, is in diamond hands. You have 30 billion from David and Dan each. You have 40 billion in that business development wallet. Okay, well, that's 100 billion. That's a third of it right there. There's another big whale that has 30 billion, which is not getting let go anytime soon. Okay, so then you're at 130 out of 310. Okay, well, that's a lot. And then I know most of the other whales, most of the other ones that have those $1 billion or the billion OMI wallets, and yeah, I mean, they'll use it, and some they'll sell little bits of it. But even like the smaller, like sperm of the sperm whale that I am, um, at that time when Veve and OMI start pumping, suddenly, I'm not gonna have 36 people here with $12 in super chats. Wind the clocks back 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. There was 400 people here, and I'm making like 400 a night. And that's just, again, where nobody knew about it still. When we come to this next bull market, and guys, I was averaging, I think, like $1,000 for my fridge space each month. As in, people were paying me that much to advertise on my fridge. That was a wild time. Like, people literally did, it was insane. So basically, long story short, I won't need to sell. I mean, I'll sell a little bit, and I mean, heck, even if we get to 50 cents, I'll drop half my bag. Not at once, obviously. I'm not going to dump on the community. It'd be in parts where you don't affect the community, and that's what I really like about Grumpy Cat. The community is always very, very open about, hey, here's how I'm going to take profit, and here's how I'm going to do it, or here's where I'm going to take profit, and here's how I'm going to do it so that I don't dump on the community and affect the price. I don't think there's any other project out there with all the top wallets and all the top whales are open about their moves like that. I don't think I don't think there's any other project like that. Definitely not for meme coin. Planet Prop says, "Hey folks, what up, Planet?" Taco Ray says that is a 1250X. It's possible, Lucas. I mean, even 1000X. 1000X brings us to what, 85 cents? Yeah, it's possible. Should it happen? No. Will it happen? Probably not. But can it happen? Yes, it can. It's greater than 0%. And listen, guys, this is. I feel like I've gone over this before, and I definitely have, and I'm tired of. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the amount of work that David and Dan do is almost impossible. And again, like if somebody asked, like a month or two ago, hey Randy, what are the other projects? And they were naming a bunch that are alive right now. They were naming a bunch of projects that are alive right now that they have certain amount of customers and they have a very slow but a certain amount of income. And like, which ones do you think are going to survive? And what I told them was like, well, I don't like any of the other ones right now just based on their revenue. We're still in the bear market. How much they're spending versus how much is coming in. But I said, if it's just by grit, if it's just by who's going to make this work or kill themselves, and I don't mean like they're going to commit seppuku and unalive themselves. I mean like, will they die from exhaustion because of overwork? And I said Todd McFarlane. The project. I don't think McFarlane's like the digital toys. I don't think makes like any money, but he's just a workhorse and he's a beast. And remember that scene in Sucker Punch where Leonard Nimoy plays like a bus driver? He plays like the girl's guy, and it's like, for those that work for it, life has a flavor that the sheltered will never get to taste. And that is true in real life. Like, if you go and you know that saying, real recognizes real. If you have that workhorse mentality, if you have I'll work 18 hours a day and I'll sleep when I can, I'll forego all my relationships, I'll forego all this. The only other project I've really seen that has this type of team is the Bumper team. So shout out to the Bumper team, shout out to the Bump Token, what they're doing. That could be exceedingly valuable. And basically none of the other projects that I see have that, like, anywhere. Veve, and again, Todd McFarlane himself, and then the Bumper team. Those are like the only ones that I've seen, and I've looked at probably hundreds different projects. Most of them I don't need to look at that intimately because you could tell right away what's wrong. And when this is gonna sound not good, and this is gonna sound very bearish and futterish, but follow me on it for a sec. I don't know if I should say this. In psychology, I think there's the book, the neuropsychology of anxiety, goes over in there a whole plethora of different things, and it's amazing because you take this man that takes 30 years to get all this knowledge, and you can get it in like a year. You read the book and look at all the references. Some of it, outside of anxiety, some of it goes towards into the, okay, well, what is psychopathy, and who are the people that have this, and that could maybe not psychopaths, but maybe they're red wires or where their blue wires should go, and vice versa. To my haters and people that FUD me, some of the things that they say that are true, like, he's crazy, he looks like he looks homeless, he looks like he's on meth, and he looks like I don't think I'm skinny enough for that. It's like, he looks like he lives in this room, he lives like a pauper, like he looks poor. Okay, fair point. I didn't have a bed for years. Now I have a little bed. Even when I was a millionaire, didn't have a bed. Multiple times for those years. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, again, that real recognizes real. You do have to be a little messed up to do that type of thing, to work 80, 90 hours a week, to say like, hey, my loved ones and my friends. I love you guys, and I love spending time around you guys. You guys are my reason for living. But I'm gonna basically not talk or see you for years because I want to build this business and I want to do this. And you lose friendships that way. There are friends I haven't seen in years. There are friends I haven't seen, and maybe as like one of my best friends I'm seeing tomorrow. I see like 4 times a year, and he lives like 20 minutes away. Um, I mean, he has a family, kids and stuff, and 2 companies are on. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when David and Dan go into a room and they're working 100-hour weeks, and yes, they're having fun, and oh God, who dis? Taco Breaks, thank you for the big super chat thing. We have been watching you, Randy, for years now. Bear market or not, we love you. Turned off the World Series to watch you. I that's probably one of the biggest compliments I ever got. So I'm going to take a photo of that because I need people to know that I am this important to. Let's be like, this means so much to me. Heart, heart, heart. Yeah, that means a lot. I don't know if you know how much that means. And the World Series for the non-baseball fans is like the Super Bowl. It's WrestleMania. It's that for baseball. So if I turn that off to watch me, it really means a lot. But as I was saying, when David and Dan go into a room and in order to build a multi-billion-dollar business in the short amount of time that they have, every single CEO, which a fair amount of CEOs are also fit that psychopathic mold. I'm not saying that all CEOs are psychopaths, but if you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or a multi-billion-dollar company, you have something, I don't want to say wrong with you. You have something in you that makes you different. And you have something in you, that the built different thing. And that is invaluable. I mean, a lot of guys I served with, there's a lot of Navy SEAL. I wasn't in Navy SEALs at all, but there's a lot of Navy SEAls that fit that. I mean, it's so strange. It's my channel, I'll talk about it. People I live with, like just people in general that you meet, they're just so, oh my God, a bug. Oh God, I want it out of my house, but oh, I can't kill it. Oh God, I don't. And that's like a bug where most likely it's not really going to matter if that bug lives or dies. Most people of this world, you need those types of people that are willing to go to, this is going to sound so awful. You need, you need those people of the world. You need, when you have, I saw a video of a guy. It was on Instagram. It's called Nature is Metal. And it was a video on Instagram from the Nature is Metal account. And he's on a fishing boat and he has his dog on the dock. And if, this guy who's on a boat has his dog on the dock, you could assume that the dog goes multiple places with them and that they probably have a pretty good bond. And a crocodile comes up, whoosh, gets the dog by the snout, pulls the dog in the water. And I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to like Shawn Michaels elbow drop himself into the water. I'm waiting for him to like grab his gun. I'm waiting for him to grab like I'm waiting for, and he just takes his like little stick and he's like, eh, eh. And I'm like screaming at this dude as I'm watching on my phone. I was like, and I don't know how many people are like that are just gonna literally sit in the safety of their boat and watch their best friend get killed. Now, thankfully, from what I could tell, the video shows the dog was kind of doggy paddling, and I don't think the croc got him. But it's no good to go and be meek. It's no good to go and like, oh, this person couldn't hurt a fly. They're too nice. Yes, it's good to be nice, but how are you going to protect your friends? How are you going to protect the people that you love unless you're a beast and you're willing to fucking kill? Excuse my language, but unless you're willing to do that, like you're just not. I don't know. The reason for me bringing that up is that when these super mega powerful CEOs of these mega powerful companies that are sharks, how do you go and get deals with Disney? How do you go and get deals with, like, Disney sued like a preschool one time because they painted like murals of something, or they showed Moana. Whatever they did, they showed something that wasn't approved by Disney. They showed something where, um, at some place where I think they showed a movie where people didn't have to pay to see it, and Disney didn't get their cut, and they sued them. Yes, Disney is the land of Mickey Mouse, and Disney is the land where anything good can happen. Nothing bad happens at Disney, except when it does. And but you got to be sharks, and in order for Veve to go and get these licenses, David and Dan have to be sharks too. And that when that reel recognizes real, and those CEOs come in, like, there's an automatic respect for David and Dan for what Veve has done. There's an automatic respect for how much money they're bringing in, what they've tapped into, and that is so much more valuable than almost anything you could imagine. I can't tell you whether it's been in high risk lending, what's been the new marketing thing, what's been how many times I've got something done, or have gotten someone to do something that maybe they didn't want to do at first because of things that we had in common. And maybe the things that we had in common, it might not have been so good. It might have just been, oh, hey, um, again, a lot of the military stuff, but the amount, I don't even know where this is coming from. Where did we go? So to the moon. I don't even know where the who said was it Randy Rules? I forget where it was. But I guess when we were talking about, I guess it started with David and Dan, and who's gonna survive this bear market and who's gonna come out the other side thriving. When people try to analyze this company, and again, they're amateurs, all they see is, well, I paid this much for this particular item, and now people are selling it for this much down here. And that's all they think. And that clouds are like that one tiny thing is like, well, how good can Veve be doing if I paid this for it and now it's worth this much? And that's all they see. And it is hilarious. And this is why most people lose out on investing. This is why most people go and then they don't make money, because they're not patient. They don't know how to read. Like, you know, reading the future, knowing what's going to happen in the future is like reading books. You can read them if you know how. And when people go and they're trying to go and read the book of Veve when they don't speak the language. Let's say Veve is, I don't know, the book of Veve is written in Veve-ish, and they don't speak Veve-ish. They speak and they can't translate it and they don't understand it. And, never underestimate the power of a stupid people at large. So you see these kind of circle jerks, you see these echo chambers, you see a bunch of people that are in this fishbowl that have never had never really invested any large amounts of money. And maybe they did in this, and maybe it's their first time. I can definitely tell. Whether it's Veve, whether it's OMI, and it's like, hey, Randy, in DesignerCon of 2022, they promised X, Y, and Z, and we haven't gotten either. Okay, yes, but why haven't they gotten either? Have they improved their product? Yes. Have they hired more people? Yes. Have they continued to make money? Yes. Okay, well, as long as you're continuing to make money, as long as they're getting new licensors, I mean, they don't even need new licensors. They have a whole bunch of licenses right now that is untapped revenue. I'd tap that revenue. Sorry, don't say dirty, it's too easy. They have all of these different things that they could do with the license that they have right now. As long as they're making money, it doesn't matter. everyone that was from tech or invested in tech knew that as long as the money keeps coming in, the tech will get right eventually. By accident, it'll get right. Thankfully, they got it done sooner rather than later, but yeah, this is why I go and if give me another $100,000, most of it will go into the Akomi ecosystem. I would definitely go and take a little bit more better care of my health. The diet and exercise is only one thing. I guess I'll go to a doctor because this cough is not getting any better. Anywho, we got more comments to get to. Stacks and OMI to the moon. Agreed. What's up, Grumpy Baker? How's it going? Dylan says, I miss the old apartment days when the landlord would knock on your door. I do not miss those days. I mean, I don't miss the no air conditioning, especially in the summer. I don't miss the landlord coming in to do like, oh God, I hated that. And he was cool for like most of that time, but then obviously he literally tried to kidnap Dashi, so we had to deal with him. Bring back Lucy and Friends. So I guess I could tell you now. I was like, when I went on the cruise with some girl Brittany last year, and I said, hey, if you could make any improvements of my channel, if there's anything that you think I should or shouldn't do, like what is it? And she said, listen, Randy, I love you and I love everything that you do and I respect everything that you've done on all of these different things. But if you want to get some of these things that I know you want to get, like, oh, well, hey, a sponsorship would be cool and I get sponsorship offers all the time. Hey, please go make a video about this or this. I want to pay like $1,000 for it. And it's like, I'm not going to make a video for this thing that is definitely not going to work for my audience that if I say to buy it, they're probably going to buy it or invest in it for $1,000. It's not worth it. When I say I want a sponsorship, I mean like a big sponsorship. And she's like, listen, you're not going to get that if you're, you're not going to get that if you're doing Acid on, or you're doing Lucy on stream. And I was like, and she's like, I would stop that. I was like, okay. So for the past 10 months, 11 months, I have not done it. I haven't done it on stream, I should say. I don't know clearly in the bear market, it does not matter. There's not too many people paying attention. But in the future, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. Populous Sun Mary says, let's go. We got next. Bull run is imminent. I can't wait. 4 months, maybe. Crazy Dan 420 says, hey Randy, the triple zeros has been good to me. Got 23 million OMI in the bag now. Game on. Get that bread. Congrats. And thank you for being a member. Taco Break says, Comey has been getting a lot of negative news lately, but when the utility comes with exchange listings in the bull market, it'll possibly get to $1. I think it could too. I think it could. I'm curious to see what it'll get. We don't know. Yeah, it's going to be wild. And, I thought about this before. I'm probably going to sound a little corny. I see a lot of posts where people say, I'm so glad Veve's part of my life. I'm so glad, I found this like discovery and, we could add it to, our family get-togethers and this is what we talk about. And just the line where people say, I'm glad that Veve is part of my life. And I think people have it backwards. Because as much as, yes, Veve is a part of our lives, and it took over mine, it's not so much that it's a part of our lives, because this company, this will last, this will probably be here longer than us, or at least longer than me. And I don't think it's a part of our lives. I think we're a part of its life. Remember that episode of Hey Arnold where Nadine is talking to, I think, Arnold, and she's talking about bugs? She's like, insects were here long before us, and they'll be here long after us too. I can't help but think that, no, Veve wasn't here before us, but I'd be willing to bet dollars to donuts that it'll be here after us. this seems to me that it's got that major disruptive, like almost Disney type of corporation feel. Um, Tesla, yeah, I would say Disney, Tesla, other company. I mean, I liked Fastly, made me a lot of money. I like Square, made me a lot of money. There are a couple of things that are revolutionary, but the companies never kind of stay with it. However long David wants to keep this up for, again, he's having a lot of fun. He's having a ton of fun. Um, but you can't expect him to do this forever. I don't think he would want to. He probably does want to, but at some point you do have to pick a successor, and and that's going to be a major moment. And I don't expect that at least until like the end of the decade, at least, if not like 2040. Again, I think they would want to do this for a long time, but if he goes and he picks that right person next, whoever comes up in the next 10 years or so, I think this could potentially last hundreds of years. And there's not a lot of other companies that can do that. Nintendo, um, Disney, and I would say Tesla's probably gonna be one of them that's up there. And I would say Veve as well. Wave says, "Why does Veve need the OMI token?" Well, if you were to talk to me like 2, 3 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, I'd have been like, well, probably, you could make it now so it doesn't. It was still so early in the journey, but now it's so intertwined with the token. Like they've spent millions, probably tens of millions, on the integration of OMI into the app, into the Viviverse, MCP as well, because it's all going to be a part of one system. They got over a dozen people working on it. Um, they need it because that's what's going to help bring a lot of people to Veve is crypto. That's the reason I'm here. It's the reason why a lot of people are here. I mean, okay, I have Twitter. I originally made Twitter or X, to keep up with Elon Musk tweets, and I still do, but I keep it really now more to keep connection with the Veve fam. And I don't know how many other people were here because of OMI, but they stayed because of Veve, if that makes sense. Darth Chaos says, hello there. Oh, General Darth Chaos. And one says, Veve doesn't need it, but it's cool to make money. It is. Murph says, 100% a razor promotion. Yeah. Wes says, OG Falls is like a turd that won't flush down the toilet. It's amazing. Oh my God. Hi, Randy Dashing Fam. Hi. Veve Wheels, we know what was up. What's going on? Thank you, Wes and Veve Wheels, for becoming members. Those mean the world. Minions Official 33 says Jurassic Park items are on video. Mosquito, gate, and one other. Oh, I knew it was the gate. I didn't know it was the mosquito. And one other. I gotta take a look at that. And Taco Breaks, thank you so much for the super chat saying Brandy rules. Gold team rules. Greg McClure says happy Sunday from Qatar, y'all. Oh, my man. Greg going in from Qatar. Gotta love the deployed peeps. Unless you're actually from Qatar and you're not deployed. I don't know. Peeps popping in. Much love to all of the military fam everywhere. Prayer Drive says number 2 Iron Man is listed for 24K. Ooh, nice. Murph says I'm unboxing mine tomorrow. Very excited. Ooh, can't wait. Take a video. Iron Man LG says just posted an unboxing on X. Cool Crypto Joe. Ooh, double nice. Janoy Evans says, what's up, Randy? Did you see Veve wanted all the smoke last night on Twitter? Who was cooking? I don't know, but shout out to them. They were great. King Panther says, OMI team needs to step up their game. I've made a 5x in a few weeks on a gaming token because they got on KuCoin. We will likely not see an exchange until we have more utility. We just don't really have any right now. Going and getting more MCP points that we can't use, I don't think really counts. I mean, clearly the people did. It jumped up a whole bunch after we did that, but once we get a little bit more utility, then I think an exchange would come. But I would probably save that till next year. I thought it would be this year, but clearly not. Moving on. K Brown says, should master collectors be part of the next wave of beta testers in the Veveverse? I'd like to see gold logo members be there first, but yeah, master collectors, that'd be nice. That'd be nice for them. Also, Pink Panther, you don't really want to go and get on exchanges in a bear market. Kind of has the opposite effect of what you would really want. You really want to get on in a bull market. Booth says, let's get this bread. Love this game. And Taco Breaks, thank you so much for that $100 super chat saying, we have been watching you, Randy, for years now. Bear market or not, we love you. Turned off the World Series to watch you. Taco, taco, taco. Oh, I love tacos. Burrito, taco, taco. Taco flavor kisses. Candace Bevan says, I will have to watch this one later. Miss so much making lunch for the family. Candace, you have gifts coming to you tomorrow. I'm going to send them out. You're such a good mom. Pink Panther says, Randy, I have a lot of respect for you flying the Veve OMI flag all through the bear market. My advice, put some pressure on the team and semantic list OMI on a big exchange. No. And again, I'll tell you why. It's just, one, they know what they're doing. Two, they have, I mean, okay, let's break this down. Okay, what would be the consequences of me demanding that they get listed on a big exchange? One, they're just going to tell me to F off. Be like, who the fudge are you, Randy? Okay, you make some videos for us. Cool, you do that on your own volition. You're not hired. There's no, you don't have a contract here. You don't have any NDAs. You don't have any, like, I have next to no power to make any decisions on there whatsoever. I don't even think they would want me even making suggestions to them about that. Or maybe they might. I mean, I even mentioned to Reese once, like, listen, if you guys are stuck on a problem, like, let me know. Like, I don't want money. I don't want credit. Just if you need it, let me help. And so far, no call. So well, that's not true. Again, anything that's, if I connect someone to them or multiple people to them, that's just a connection. And again, I have no role in Veve. Again, I'm not on the payroll. So me demanding anything from them is, one, just gonna get on their bad side. Like, why do I have the right to demand something from them? Yes, I have probably the reason that more money came on this app than any other YouTuber. Probably the reason why more people bought this token than any other YouTuber. I definitely made more videos and spent more time streaming, more watch time, more everything time on videos than any other YouTuber. But when you have 50 other people trying to do, even if it takes 10 other people to do what I did as far as videos and watch time, whatever. Okay, we have those 10 people, and then we have 40 more. I could be, I don't live in a good area. I could be gone tomorrow, pew pew, while I'm going to work, and the impact that would have, or the negative impact that would have on Veve, would be negligible. Everyone would they'd continue buying. There'd be a 10-minute moment where everyone would be like, oh, Randy, rip, love you. And then it would move on. It's not like I have, millions of followers and I could be like, hey, Veve, get on this exchange, or I'm gonna tell all my followers to not trust you to do whatever. Again, like that's horrible business. That is horrendous business practice. I would never do that, at least not to Veve. Trying to leverage my subscribe. I mean, it's really not something that you want to do. And I know that's not what you said. You just said just demand. But again, let's say I did that and I said, guys, after all I've done for you, you owe me one thing. I'm cashing in. Get us on an exchange. Okay, let's say they say yes to that. Let's say they say, you know what, Randy? Fine. But, the success or detriment is all going to be on you. Okay, whatever. They do that. We get a pump. We get a dump because it's in a bear market. And that's just what you're going to get. and I know that, and the team knows that, and that's why we're not on exchanges right now. And yes, we could go and do that. Like, all right, fudders, you want an exchange? We'll get you an exchange, and then a boop boop, and then a boop boop, and then guess what? Um, when that happens, uh, that is a very expensive lesson just to tell someone, told you so, fudders. That's you don't want to do that. Um, so just trying to play out those dominoes on saying, for me demanding them in exchange, that's like how it would go. There's no good things I see coming from that. If there were, at least even if there were more positives than negatives, but they're still negatives, they probably wouldn't do it. When they want to do this, want to do it right. And you guys will see. It'll take time. I mean, heck, well, I mean, we'll move when bronze tickets come out, but, um, we might not get to 0003 for half a year, 6 months, 8 months. We might have to wait till Q3 of next year before we see half a penny and we see some real movement. I don't know. I know when it comes, it's going to pop off like Vesuvius, but, we just don't know when. Then we got Booth says, "Who would you let sponsor you?" Lucy isn't that bad. Well, I mean, if anyone wanted to sponsor, they could sponsor. Whatever. Anyone wanted to call my channel as a sponsorship and be like, "Buy Busy Bee Honey at busybeehoneyshop.com." Like, I could, I have no issue doing that for a company that is reputable and a company that has their clients or your guys' best interests at heart. It's just when I have those companies that go and say like, "Hey, make this video about us. You should really do our project," and one, they don't even want to pay me in fucking cash. Excuse my language. They just want to pay me in their token, so I could then go dump on their on their clients. Like, who does that? Well, I'll tell you, Quid does that. They wanted me to make a video. They wanted to pay me $1,000 in Quid token. I was like, guys, you have like $4,000 in volume of a day. You want to pay me 1,000 in Quid token so I can dump on all of your like? No, I told them to go f themselves. I just, and there are other companies like that. They're the ones that first came to mind. But I would never do that. Y'all saw other people did. Just throwing that out there. Big A says, "Keep sponsorship incoming." I don't think so. Like, to be completely honest, if I'm well, I mean, I know me, so of course I would pick me, but if I'm a big Fortune 500 or whatever company, and I look at all of the active VV YouTubers, if it was past active, I would get taps trades on the phone right now. But if I get current active VV YouTubers and I wanted to delve into one of them, first choice would probably be Foster Hilt. He is incredibly articulate. He has mastered his tongue like that. He is dangerous, and people that want to go and like debate him, pick a fight with him, okay, do that at your own peril. He will murder you with words. His pen is his sword. His tongue. You're not gonna win. So first choice would probably be Foster Hilt, but he makes like one video a month, so probably not gonna be him. Whoa! I just got a big super chat from Rayfax. Oh my god, $500. Wow, that is a nice one. Are my friends still up? Can I get one? You guys still up? Oh, never mind. I wanted to tell them I got the biggest super chat I think I've ever gotten. Okay, let's get to the super chat saying, "I will be at the 2024 New York Comic-Con.eth. Raythax, Randy, Dashy, forever. I miss seeing Raythax.eth. Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? VV for life. Don't forget Earth 2. It is growing every day. Well, you know what, Raythax? Yes, Earth. If you go on Earth 2 and you just look at the activity in that secondary market is them just going and saying, hey, um, this, a tile has just sold, a jewel has just sold, a mentor has just been bought. Like, it is multiple transactions per second. I'm talking 3, 4, 5 transactions every second. Can barely even, some transactions are so quick, they can barely to have been considered that they've happened at all. And, oh, sorry, put this back. And when I go and I say that is constantly 24/7, their secondary market is a lot more popular than Vive's. Everything that they're doing at an amazing scale. And somebody asked me the other day, I had a whole Twitter space about that the other day. GrumpyCat versus Earth 2's Essence versus OMI, and what's going to have the better ROI. And if you, depends what Essence comes out as, because Essence could come out at 10 cents, and that'll 10x very, very quickly. Could it 100x? Sure, yeah, absolutely. If it comes out, if Essence comes out and it's worth $1, well, it might only 3 or 5x. Like $5 could be a lot because it has a 5 billion circulating supply. But out of that circulating supply for the Essence token, there's like 300 million or less than 300 million that's currently out there. So, how are people going to value? Like, there's going to be two different ones. There's the market cap and the fully diluted market cap. The fully diluted market cap is going to be up here, but again, people, it could be crazy. You could go and the way that OMI could be, $1. It shouldn't, but it could be in 2025. Again, it should not be $1, but it could be. You have a really big chance of Earth 2 where the graphics are better than any other metaverse I've ever seen. Now, I haven't really seen Veveverse 2.0 yet, what we have. For Veveverse, I've seen what you guys have seen. Although, no, at the Marvel booth, it looked really nice because they had Marvel's version of Veve in there. But the Earth 2 engine with that, they bought the drone video game and it looks like Star Wars in real life. It looks incredible. And Earth 2 could be one of, if not the most popular metaverse. The only thing it's lacking is IP, which Veve has. But you have Ready Player Me that you're able to customize your avatar with for both Earth 2 and for Veve. And I do think a crossover is potentially possible at some point. And then what else we were talking about with Earth 2 and GrumpyCat and OMI and everything is just the again, the metaverse, the token, just the sheer size of it, the sheer size of the map and the game and the warring world. There's so much going on. But Wraithx, thank you so much for that. You've been a supporter of mine for, in my Billy Joel, whoa, for the longest time. And yeah, I'm so glad you'll be coming. So glad you'll be coming. Is that going to be before or after your wedding? Expect an invite. I'm gonna go and give you the biggest kiss, and I'm gonna go and get you the biggest present. It's gonna be obnoxiously large. Yeah, keep me posted on that. Mm-hmm. Where was I? Okay, yes, I was talking about. I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, because talking about key sponsorships incoming. If I were a big sponsorship, and I was looking at active YouTubers, because I couldn't get Taps, because Taps hasn't been active in a long time, I would get Foster Hilt. But again, he only makes one video per month. So he's probably not someone that has the time, that could really do this. After him, again, if I don't know me, if I just kind of sparingly watched my videos and I didn't parse it every word, maybe I parsed it every, every other sentence, I would do comics and crypto. I would if I would try to get Foster, and if I couldn't get Foster, I would then go to comics and crypto. I'd be like, okay, if I'm a big Microsoft, I don't know, Bandai, whatever thing, and I wanted to get into the VV audience, and I couldn't get Foster, I would go to comics and crypto, because there were multiple people working on that team for that team, and they have both comics and crypto, and it just happens to be that they make content for mostly VV, and obviously Cryptoids wanted to scoop them up as quick as they can, and they did. So clearly they're in demand, and again, they're good looking, they're white. At the end of the day, to kind of like, if they wanted to get into the bad part about me being super American brown is that I don't speak Spanish well enough to go, and if they wanted to go and really tap into like the Spanish community, I'd probably go with Wendy. Wendy saw us before me because she can actually speak Spanish well. It's first language. Again, that's if I didn't know who I was and I just watched some of my videos. But if I was them, like if I actually was them and I knew who I was, I would be like, oh no. I would take me 100% because I work harder than anyone else, and I've done this before. Like this level of investing, I don't think any other VV YouTuber has ever done. Crypto Rain, yeah, he's definitely had that a level of investing. So he's older, smarter, more experienced. Yeah, so I would say he would be. But Crypto Rain doesn't necessarily just do OMI. He does a lot of stuff. So he'd probably be third on my short list, and then it would go for me. Anyway, moving on here. Booth says, you like how you do the voice whenever you say, oh, General Darth Chaos. Thank you. Wes says, big A. Dead. Taco Break says, yeah, 43 people watching live in a bear market. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm trying. I will. Forever. Also, it's late on a Friday night. All of Europe is asleep right now. You're gonna have Europeans start waking up for work, and they're like, oh, they'll be on the way to their bathroom. I'll check out a Randy Chavez stream while I utilize the latrine. I'm like, it's a $500 super chat. The heck is going on over there in America? Like, that's what they're gonna wake up to. What says Hydroxycut sponsorship incoming? I never used Hydroxycut. I never used any like weight loss pills. I'm too scared that it'd mess up my endocrine system. I have a fairly good system, and I'd just be scared it would mess it up. And I've had liver problems in the past. I don't know that by all means, Hydroxycut could be very safe for your liver. I don't know. I never really looked into it. I've never taken any type of diet pill. Just kind of scared how that works. If you look into it though, and you see, okay, well, what the ingredients are, and what it does, is it adjuvanted, does it raise the metabolic rate? Do you need to start drinking a lot of water because it takes a lot of water? There's just a whole lot of things that go into it. But if I've lost a good amount of weight so far. But again, it's because I'm willing to do things that most people are not willing to do. I've been eating grilled chicken and eggs and broccoli, and it sucks. It sucks. Life sucks. Booth says, quit is dead. Yeah. Folks1R says, Randy, where do I buy GrumpyCat Coin? Okay, so you could buy it. I think it should be down below. Let me see if it is. It should be, yeah. I know that's a Telegram, that's a Twitter, Rashid Al Farooq, Predator Project, Chavez. Do I not have it on here? Feesh. Oh, I don't have it on here. I gotta get it on here. For whatever reason, I don't have GrumpyCat on here, but you could buy it on Uniswap. So on Uniswap, you can definitely do it. And also, I have if everyone could go and they could smash that like button. Okay. Okay. What did I do? There you go. Smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super like this is wild, having $100 and $500 super chat on there at once. I'm gonna go and screenshot that. That's heckin' insane. But it's insane for lots of reasons. I'll go to my channel real quick, and I'll get back to the. Okay, moving on here. Thank you for the hearts. Boo says Phil was a good trooper. And again, thank you, Wraithax, for that. The biggest super chat ever that I've ever gotten. I can't believe he'll be at New York Comic Con 2024. Let's get this bread. Wraithax, Randy, and Dashi forever and ever. Let's make this last forever. And the Wraithax.eth, obviously, I still have DV for life. Don't forget Earth 2. It do be growing every day, though. Taco Break says, what the F? Pink Panther says, Randy, a KuCoin exchange will show the community they are on the right direction. I feel like KuCoin's too big. Like, they should probably start smaller first and then go from there. Booth says, damn, 500 super chat, congrats. Yeah, thanks. People are wild. Wraithax be wilding out. Wraithax episode, every time he has a good day, and what I mean that is, like, whenever one of his investments goes up, he gives a little bit of cheddar to the Randy. Yeah, great times. Great dude. Booth says, oh yeah, Taco Break says, I need to get me some Earth. Yeah, Earth 2 is great. Earth 2 is a lot of fun. Taco Breaks, thank you for the super chat, saying, BitBoy Crypto used drugs to lose weight. Glad you were doing it for real. So I'm not necessarily anti-drug. I'm anti-addictive drug. I'm anti-bad drug. I'm anti-drug that will get you hurt and addicted. You know, you don't want that. But if you use drugs, like, okay, it's a pill but the pill has some good stuff in it, you know, I think that's fine. But I feel like certain things just get too addictive, and I just get worried. As again, I had a liver issue back in the day, so I'm not 100% on board with it. But thank you, I appreciate the support. It means a lot. Taco Breaks. Meow meow meow. Okay, bye. What was that? Bill Gardner says Wraithax do be flexing though. They do be flexing. He flexes a lot. Wes says, I'm hoping Essence becomes a thing. 100% Essence will become a thing. Aria Realty probably become a decamillionaire when that reaches $10. It's gonna be insane. I love Aria Realty, or Crypto Aria as he calls himself now. Taco Breaks is super flex. Yeah, he's super flex on all of us. Crazy Dan 420 says, whoa, Wraithax, that's an impressive and generous super chat. Congrats, Randy. Oh, thank you. Cheers, guys. Bill Gardner says, at Wes, it will be a thing. Bill Gardner knows. He knows 100% the great things about Earth 2. Bill Gardner says, just how big of a thing is the question? We don't know. I mean, the only thing that I would say, like, it's missing, like I've said, is the IP. Once it can get some really good partnerships, some really good licenses, I mean, there's already no stopping Earth 2. They made so much money in a bear market, and they made so much money before a bear market, during a bear market. Their secondary system is wild. Taco Break says, oh my god. Pink Panther says, if I was a Comic-Con, I would have gotten up in David's grill and demanded a Binance or Coinage listing, put the pressure on hands on investing. I mean, remember how I said before, anyone that wants to debate or pick a fight with Foster is to do so at your own peril? If you want to get up in David's grill, do so at your own peril. Like, I would not recommend that at all. Your prerogative. So, yeah. But again, that's not like no one hears you when you scream. getting, again, even though I put in more into the OMI token definitely than any other YouTuber, I'm not saying I have more than everyone else. Obviously, Jordan Reese has a lot more than I do. Even though I put more money into it, I just put more money in at when it was a higher price. Jordan put in less money, but he did at a much lower price, so he has more than me. Even if I go, even if you're someone like me that put in over $500,000 into the token, like David, I put in $500,000 into this token. You know, whatever. Like that's okay. That type of money is like meaningless to him. Like that, it's like okay. There's people that spent more than double that on the app. There's people that spent more than double that on the token, like 20 times that on the token. Um, you know, going in and saying, "Hey, I paid $500,000." Like, it might get you a chance to spending $500,000 on anything, especially in the Veve Comey world, might get you a chance to say something with them, but that doesn't mean he has to entertain what you have to say or do what you have to say. It's just the trust me when I say that David and Dan, they know what we want, but they also know the best thing for us. It's like a 2-year-old really wants a cookie and they don't want to eat their broccoli. It's like, okay, we can give you the cookie, but you have to eat your broccoli. And 2-year-olds throwing a fit. No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. What is the broccoli? The broccoli is waiting. And it's like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Give me my exchange now. Give me my cookie now. And it's like, one, that's not the way to get what you want. And two, they know that doing an exchange right now is just not good for the token. It's not good for us. No, why do you think Earth 2 has not launched their Essence token yet? It's because they don't want to launch in a bear market. They don't want to launch when it's just going to have the opposite effect of what you want. Again, could they do a smaller exchange? Sure, that'd be fun. Test it out, see how it goes. But again, I think they have this pretty well done. Sean Grimes says, "Get that bread, man. Just get outside and do some walking, brother. It's amazing. I love walking. You know, my body's like broken from the military and other stuff, and I have bad knees, hips, back. I have bad everything. I would love to do nothing more than walk for 10 hours in nature, and I just can't. My body will give out in 45 minutes, probably less, but I love running. I can still run. I can just run for 35 minutes. You know, I can't run for, you know, hours anymore. I love walking. I just, you know, I can't do it as long as I'd like to. And Taco Breaks, thank you for the super chat. Saying, "Bitboy Crypto, use drugs to lose weight. Glad you're doing it for real." Oh yeah, trying my very best. Sean goes, "I don't believe in diets, just because if you lose weight and get off your diet, you're just going to gain it right back. May I go walking in a few miles a day? It will do so much more. Trust me." Oh no, I agree with you. Walking is good for your heart. It's good for everything in your body. It's exercise. It helps muscles and you know, stretching. And you get to see nature, and you get to be in the fresh air. And if the sun's out, you get some vitamin D. You get, you know, you just get really good. It's like the perfect exercise. You know, my body just can't do it. Maybe swimming might be a little bit better because it's not as hard as an ankles, knees, whatever. But again, it's like one of the best exercises for you. The diet is just I mean, I need to take care of my organs. I need to take care of myself. My health has not been good in the last few years, and as Crypto Rain said, life is not fun when you're fat. So obviously losing that weight and losing, you know, trying to go and Crypto Rain's lost like 50 pounds. He looks amazing. I have a lot of work to do. I mean, not a ton. I'll be done with it in a couple months, but you know, I just have a lot of work to do. Anyway. Smarty Pan says, "Late to the stream, but we'll catch up later. Lego." DB Crypto says, "Go Rangers and GrumpyCat Coin. Go Rangers." I feel like we're on the Ricky Lake show. Go Grumpy. Go Grumpy. Smarty Pan says, "Lego GrumpyCat Coin indeed. Gonna see it pump back up again soon. I can't wait." And I know it's coming. How fly is a white guy? It's like, great to meet you at the New York Comic Con after party. Oh, well, thank you, senor. Those parties are so much fun. It's so great to meet everyone. So great to. When we started this, did anyone think that that would happen? Did anyone think that we would go and get a what do you call it? Anyone think that we would go and get have like this big family? I had no idea that this would happen, and the staying power is insane. The staying power is just something that you don't. There's no other project like this. There's no other. I mean, even for Tesla, Tesla, for Battery Day or for AI Day or for whatever, it's not like this. It's just different. Maybe Star Wars, for Star Wars Day at that event, and at Comic Con, people see each other, you do cosplays, you do a bunch of fun stuff, but it's not like Veve. This is a movement. It's insane. I love it. Where did I? Okay. DB Crypto says GrumpyCat Coin has an amazing community. We are proud to have you in the GrumpyCat Coin army, Randy. Thanks, brother. Buddy says we need more Veve fam in the GrumpyCat Coin community. So much fun. I wish they would come in. It's a lot of fun. It's just another place to hang, and if you want a place to, read more of my thoughts or, connect with me more, I limited those Twitter messages to people that only have Twitter Blue because one will never catch up anyway. But just very busy. But that's another place if you want to go and see me when I'm not streaming. Oh, hey, a lot of times I'm in the GrumpyCat Coin Telegram group. So that, just link down below to the GrumpyCat Coin Telegram group. Really fun. Sean Grasmick says, man, because of Pokemon Go, I lost about 100 pounds over the last 3 years. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Sean. And of course, a lot of walking involved. And actually, Pokemon Go is blowing up big time right now. I've heard a lot. There's been a bunch of events for Pokemon Go. There's been a bunch of a lot of things. And I love Pokemon Go. I obviously love Pokemon in general, but I'm sure I've told this before. The year was 2016, and I see America, and they go, and I was not in America at the time. I was in Kuwait, and I see my friends in America. They get their Charmander, their Bulbasaur, their Squirtle. And after they get their starter, they get Pidgeys, and they get Pikachus, and they get Rattatas, and Mankeys, and Nidorans, male and female. And they get Magikarps, and then I see everyone having so much fun at the beach. Oh my God. If there was anything that I could change, it's just give me that experience of being with thousands of people at the beach. Charizard's over here. But I was in Kuwait where there was no Pokemon Go. I was able to get my Bulbasaur, but I was not able to go and do anything else. And I had the big sad. And by the time I got back, the hype was gone, or a lot of it was. And that is the biggest sad that I'll ever have. Oh, bad times. Bad times. Pink Panther says, Randy, OMI could already be a top 10 crypto if we were on all the big exchanges. I will fight you on that, because if we weren't screwed 3 years ago by you-know-who, and if we didn't need to get off GoChain because of that and go on Immutable X, and we didn't need to migrate our whole freaking system, and if we had things come on and we had the right tech, if there were so many things and we got it right for the last bull market, yes, we could have been, a top 20 crypto. But going on exchanges when we have no utility is not going to get us into the top 10 cryptos. It's just not. You need more users. You need more active users. You need more people buying the token. You need a reason for them buying the token. And you need to, build up on those exchanges. If you go and do that in the bear market, that will all be wasted. You do not want to do that. I promise you, you don't want to do that. But then you say, Veve is the only project actually making money. All this crap like XRP in the top 10. Sorry, but it's frustrating. Oh, I get it. I am more frustrated than probably any of you, because look how I'm living. Look how I have lived for this many years. Yeah, and there were some other things that were supposed to happen that nobody knows that was supposed to happen and didn't happen. And I was waiting for those things to happen, and they didn't happen. So trust me when I say that my disappointment and frustration is immeasurable, more so than you guys could imagine, because I'm disappointed by a lot more things that didn't happen, that weren't public. Anyway, so I understand the frustration. I understand, like, I'm right there with you. But Veve knows what's best. The blockchain team knows what's best. Yeah, we could have a pump of like a 8x and then go down 50% from that again. Like, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not. Anyway, Sean Grasman says, "Man, I'm 51. Great, and I still walk 10 miles a day." I am super jealous of you, Sean. I am super jealous of you. I'm super jealous of anyone that has not been in the military and has not had their body fall apart. I'm super jealous of people that are, that could be overweight and they have no knee problems at all. I'm super jealous of people that had parents that love them. I'm super jealous of people that had parents that could afford to buy them at least a starter car. I'm super jealous of people. Like, I can go on forever. And basically, long story short, is that I wish I could be like you at 51 right now at 32. Like, I wish I could be like you, Sean, that is 51, like I am at 32 right now, but I'm just not. I haven't been for years. And I told you guys the other day, when I was in the military, every single commander I had, not like my direct supervisor, not my first shirt, not my captain, my commander, I would do something, most times multiple things, to get into their good graces, to go and get a meeting with them. It's like, "Hey, Airman Chavez, you've impressed me. What do you want to talk about?" And I would say, like, "Sir," compliment them on the job that they're doing, even if they weren't doing a good job. Major Hogan. And I would go and I would say, like, "If there's anyone you need to volunteer for any type of special surgery, experimental treatment programs for broken bodies, put me in. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play." And each time was, "Oh, that's not really," it was just a version of no. So I tried. I tried to be, I don't want to say Captain America, but I tried to be like, I tried to do it. I swear I tried. Smarty Pants says, "Buddy, true that. We already have a good chunk of whales from the Veve community over in GrumpyCat Coin. We need more. Much more." Buddy says, "Let's freaking go." Buddy says, "Randy to the moon." Mo Collection says, "Missed the OMI news. Any news?" It was really just news of the day, as in, oh, hey, OMI had this much volume. It had, did this much up and down. Oh, well, I guess the other news was that we did go on a new exchange, but the exchange is a scam, so do not use EX markets. Bad times. Sean Graz said, "Man, I wish I could have been there. Hopefully next year. Comic-Con, maybe? Yeah. Oh, so I'll show you guys the GrumpyCat coin. Actually, I might be able to post it in the in the chat. Let's go to the Grumpy Cat. So the Grumpy Cat coin, if it will reload, I'll go over and do it right meow. Right fucking meow. Meow, meow, Randy. Okay, so we are going to take this, going to copy it, and I'm going to put it down below in the comments. And the comments will go and paste. It says geckoterminal.com. Oh, so I gave it for Gecko Terminal. You can do it on Uniswap though. I'll show you real quick. Just do it on Uniswap. Grumpy Cat Uniswap. I'll show you what to look for. It is number 1457. This is what it looks like. That is the Grumpy Cat that you will be looking for on Uniswap. I don't think there's any other major exchanges. There's Bitmart, there's P2B, and there's CoinW. It seems to be the most volume is on Bitmart. So Bitmart does have the most volume. It's 100,000 on Bitmart. Very nice. I would say, yeah, that or P2B, CoinW, or Uniswap. So I would say those guys. And right now the trading pairs are just Ethereum, but there might be more in the future. Dare I say, might be a little bit more. A little. So also be advised, it's been like, how many minutes? Give me 1 second here. 38. So it's been about 48, 58. Oh wait. 30, almost 35 minutes since Raythax has sent that super chat, and we're only barely scratching into that. So I'm gonna be live for like 6 hours, apparently, because I do not like to leave unless all the super chats are gone. And okay, moving on here. Where was I? DB Crypto says Uniswap, OKX, DEX are great options to buy Grumpy Cat Coin. Oh yeah, you can do OKX. Why aren't they? Why isn't OKX on the thing? OKX should be on the place where you can get it, but it does not say it is. It just says these four. I completely forgot about OKX. That is my bad. That is my bad. OKX as well. JKRB says, so where's the MCP utility? 2025. So it'll get here. It'll just be. Oh god, I'm dying. It'll be next year. I'm guessing Q1. But it's anyone's. I'd say Q1, but it's anyone's guess. Sean Grasman says, yeah, the Pokemon Go Fest has thousands and thousands of people that show up for them. Yeah, I could imagine. There is a... For Pokemon Go, a lot of people still play. Apparently thousands. Pink Panther says, Sean walking 10 miles a day. Preach. Shout out to Sean. Not easy to do. Folks want to know how do we buy Grumpy Cat. So as DB was saying, Uniswap, OKX, those are great options to buy. Bitmart as well. Smarty Pants says, I finally got myself into the 178 pound range this past month. Oh my god. Wow. Going down here. Saying something I worked my ass off to reach after lots of difficult dieting and endurance workouts, but I'm finally there. Very happy for you. Very happy for you, Smarty Pants. Sean Garrett says, damn bro, you were youngin'. I was very young back in the day. Sean Krause says, man, you are young, bro. Although when I was 30 years old, I was 235 pounds and didn't lose any weight until I started playing Pokemon a lot. But I understand your situation. Thank you for your service. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, was it worth it? Yeah, probably not. But yeah, Um, it's weird. When we were all deployed, it was like 125 degrees outside, and we're just sweating, hating our lives. Um, and we were talking about the stuff that we would do when we get home, and it's like the simple things like, oh, dude, a 6-pack air conditioner, a recline chair. Oh, and then people are like, what are you gonna do for work? One of our friends is like, I would rather pick up coins on the beach than ever be in the military again. And I was like, okay. Um, and then some people, we started talking about the other jobs that we had. And, I was a veterinarian assistant for 9 years before I joined. And I was like, well, I'd like to do something in that. But again, my knees hurt. You have to spend a lot of time on your knees. And that sounds wrong. But, when a lot of dogs you put up on the table and you hold them for the exam and draw blood and you do whatever, and then but for the big dogs that you can't bring up on the table, you have to kneel down and you have to do the exam on the floor and you have to go and do blood and you have to do everything on there, and your knees just get destroyed. And it's like, well, I'd love to do something with animals again, but I just can't. Well, I mean, I will. I just can't do that particular job. So I couldn't be a tech. And then I was like, okay, well, let me do X-ray technician. But anyway, we were going back over the jobs that we had. And then in like that movie Fury, we were all just like, best job I ever had. Talking about the military, where we're making nothing, like nothing. And I think our per diem there was like $3 a day. So pathetic. Good times. Wild Mama says, just got home from working at the movie theater. We were busy AF for Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you go tonight? How was it? I did. So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, spoilers. I mean, you know what happens. People die. Five Nights at Freddy's, if you've never played the video game, it's still an interesting movie. Like if you've never played the video game, oh, what is this? Who are these characters? Oh, this is interesting. This is, it might be a little confusing and you won't get half the references, but it's still fun and entertaining, and there's a story there, and it's good. Like, and there's a twist. It's like, oh, and there's another twist. You're like, oh. So it is fun. It's really good. But if you have played the video games, I had a really, really fun theater where everyone was just like, so, for all of the characters, they were like, yeah. And there's somebody that like you're not going to expect that's going to be in that movie, but they're like, oh my god, they put this person in that movie, and has a quick couple lines. I could not hear the lines, and I won't spoil it, but when the person came on screen, everyone is like, and then when they like showed like his face, like and they're like, I could not hear the guy's lines because everyone was cheering so loud. We're like, yeah, he did it. He's in the movie. He's in the movie. And it was so, I haven't had this much fun in a movie in a long time. Like Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame was great. Screamed, you had a lot of fun. But, people died in those movies and it was sad. Guardians of the Galaxy, it's just, this type of movie, when the audience is into it, and we're like, yeah, we're all screaming and cheering, and we're high-fiving each other, like, yeah, this is awesome. This is one of the most positive movie experiences I think I've ever had in my entire life, and I've had some very good movie experiences. This movie was a long time coming. Um, the lore behind it is incredible, and so there's a ton of Easter eggs. But the lore behind it is incredible, and just the game, like, I think everyone might remember where they were when they first played this game. It's like that type of thing, and I remember I was in the military, And this guy Wheeler, he was just like, yo, you ever play Five Nights at Freddy's? I was like, no, but I've heard of that. He's like, do you want to play? And I was like, let's go. So we're at the passenger terminal in McGuire Air Force Base, and I'll show you the dude. He always had really big reactions to things. Like I don't know where he was from. Oh, he's from Missouri, so it doesn't snow down there. So we're driving from the terminals. I didn't have a car at this point, and he's like, "Hey, Chavez, you want to ride back to the dorm?" I was like, "Oh, yes, please." So because it was snowing, and I didn't want to walk, and he knew I didn't want to walk, so I was like, and it was ice, dangerous. So, um, like, okay, so he goes and he's having like a smoke, and I'm just chilling with him, and we go by his car, and he's like, "Oh my God, Chavez," and me as a New Yorker, I was like, "It's snow," but he was like, "Oh my God, it's really coming down!" Like the snowflakes were coming down, and he's like, "Oh my God," and I was like, "Bro, you all right?" I didn't know that it was his first time seeing snow. so um so he just had really big reactions to things. So when we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's and you see like the little, you hear the footsteps of the bear going, and he's just like, "Oh my God, holy crap." And I was like, he was like making it scarier. I was like, "Oh my God." And ever since then, we've just had a lot of fun times. That video game, that lore, just the community around it, the YouTube videos around it, and obviously seeing it with a couple of friends, it was really special. So it was a lot of fun. Anyhow, where was I? What Mama says also now another 2 million OMI the past few days. Get it, brother. Get it, brother. JKRB says, will David Yu be in a Comeyverse this Monday? I don't see Jordan Rees advertising it. Oh. I mean, it's always a good idea to pop in on those days, on those always a good idea to pop in on those interviews, those podcasts, because those are really informative. Those are really fun. I don't know if he'll be on it, but I hope so. Well, Mama says, I feel like I could write a book on the jobs and the shit I've endured over the years. You should. I love those types of books, or make some like TikToks of them, make some videos of them. I think they'd be really fun. Texas Rangers wanted an extra innings. Thank you, Taco Breaks, for the update, and thank you for the super chat. We're gonna go and look at the World Series here. Yeah. World Series 2023. And all right. 1-0 Rangers. So there was I gotta find this. In order to make the World Series, the Arizona Diamondbacks had to go and beat the Philadelphia Phillies. So Phillies World Series Reddit. And the reason why I bring this up is because, God, where is it? Phillies make the World Series. Okay. Every time a Philadelphia baseball team wins the World Series, a financial crisis happens. In 1929, the Philadelphia Athletics won, and then the stock market crashed. In 1980, the Philadelphia Phillies won, and then boom, another bad thing happens. In 2008, Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series, and guess what? The housing crisis came upon us in 2008. In 2022, 2023, we're good. It didn't happen. But actually, who did win last year? All right. Who won World Series 2022? Who won in 2022? Oh, the Astros. The Astros won. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Good for them. Moving on, So thank you, Taco Breaks, for the update that the Texas Rangers won it in extra innings. I love that. Sean Grouse says, I've seen Five Nights at Freddy's last night. I have no comment. It's probably the problem. I've never played the video game, but like I said, no comment on the movie. Um, oh, do you gotta play the game? The games are so good and they're filled with so much lore. And the games are a little scary, you know, especially when you're alone at night and it's dark out. It's like, you know, it's a little scary. It's fun. It's fun being scary sometimes. I'm just Pete. Sorry, I just have that song stuck in my head. Mr. Planet Prophet says, well, Sean Gazza says, I thought it was supposed to be scary. I laughed my ass off, to be honest with you. It was funny, and it was a little frightening. It was PG-13, so you know it wasn't supposed to be crazy scary. They did want to make it a R-rated movie, but it just wasn't. You know, they just didn't. They're like, okay, this is fine. And they're gonna make a bunch of these. This is a really good movie. Miss Planet Prophet says, what I miss? Well, you missed Taco Breaks giving me like $100 something before, and you missed Wraithax giving me $500 before. The absolute madlap. Me and Wraithax have been buddies for a long time, and will continue to be so for forever. Sean Grimes says, bruh, try watching the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie. It's only 3.5 hours long. Is that the Flower Moon Killer Pew Pews? I've heard of it. I like Leo. I have not seen the movie though. The movie I don't know if it's good or not. It got good reviews, but I like Leo, so you know, probably I. Probably I. Connor says, thank you, Randy. I have to go, but catch up later. Thank you. Thank you so much, Connor. Yeah. Now, Randy. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Oh, sorry. Miss Pine Rouse says, game looks amazing. Right. Wow, Mammoth says, I got an uncommon Funko. My brother pulled the ultra rare, but the code wouldn't work. Ooh. I would keep trying, and then if anything, just like call Funko or try to submit something to Funko. Be like, hey, my code's not working. Yeah. Sean Grasmick says, man, I live in Florida. We don't know what snow is. Florida is cool. Well, I don't mean like cool, like cold. I mean like I like Florida. Florida's fun. Parts of Florida, but Florida's fun. Oh, where was I? Okay. Mr. Planet Prop says, you deserve it, bro. Aw, thanks, Planet. And Taco says, you deserve it. Thank you. You guys mean the world to me. I really. Why does it look like I have like eyeliner on? I swear I don't. I didn't wear makeup to this movie. What Mom says, gonna snow at my house on Halloween. The snow is real. So, well, we've caught up on comments, but because there is still, in my opinion, quite a lot of time on this super chat left, what do y'all want to talk about? Ask me anything. We have, Veve update. Veve update. Okay, hold on. If you go to the store, I think the Veve app update is only for Apple. Veve app update. Okay. Update. I'm still Pete. Anyone else would be a 3. I guess I'm hot for dudes in comedy. Sorry. Oh lordy, I do not have the ability to go and do this. Okay, all right, let's start collecting and let's see what the update gives us. Oh, okay, so we have on the profile MCP rank, master, MCP level 51, point balance 694,000, points to next level 84 hundo. So I'm going to get a new level in 16, 32, 64 would be 4, 8, would be 5. 6 days. I will get to level 52 in 6 days. 78% complete. This is cool. This is really cool. Yes, the Astros won in 2022. OMI staked. Gems. Okay. Okay. Profile looks good. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. Wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. I'm sure if you've ever played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I did, and the movie was amazing, but probably only amazing if you've played the game. Okay, anyway. I'm just Pete. Anyone else would be a 3. Okay, let me go and give this to the rest of the world and let them know that, hey everyone, there's a new app. Update for Veve. Go update your app and then come watch as we discuss it live. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna clipboard and then I'm gonna make them watch me. Watch me now. Do it like a lady. Do it like a lady. Okay, sorry. Moving on here. What was I? Oh yeah, Sean Grimes was saying it was the Houston Astros. Probably I'm wrong. Didn't watch baseball. Yeah, Houston Astros won last year. Andy L says overall thoughts on Funkos. Well, selling $450,000 of Funkos in about 27 hours is is not easy to do, and I'm very, very happy that, now granted, this was the first time they've ever done it. If they ever go next time and say, hey, we're gonna have the same thing, 3,000 of these Funkos, 18-inch gold line, $150 a piece, it will not sell out in 24 and a half hours, 27 hours. It probably won't sell out at all. If they want to go and say, okay, all right, no, I didn't know anything about Funko beforehand, but now I know that Funko people do not like the gold line. So for Veve to sell out, or for Funko to sell out for this Veve thing, the Veve Funko Pops, the Fidgetals, for a gold line is very, very impressive, because Funko Peeps probably sat this one out, and it was only Americans. It was US only. There was no Europe, there was no Asia, there was no Australia. Taco Break says, my super chat got beat. I'm not happy about that. I will beat that one day. Congrats. Oh, thank you, Taco. That reminds me where you said taco. Oh God. Okay, yeah, it was from a song that Tattoo did called Malchike. Anyway, yeah. Taco Breaks, you have blessed me with money with those $100 super chats many times before. I remember. I will always remember. You've been on my stream before. You have been. You have blessed me many times, and I appreciate it always and forever. And even though you don't need to go and beat Wraithax to show your dedication, if you ever do beat that super chat, I will go and I don't know what I'll do. If you ever beat that super chat, I'll give you a, oh God, I don't know, a private video call. You can ask me anything, and it's just a private video call. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fun. Now, where was I? Or so overall thoughts on Funkos. When you have a large enough, how should I put this? When you have a large enough brand, the stuff might sell out anyway because of the fans, but be advised, Funko sales have been declining the last couple of years. So I don't think that Veve needed Funko. I think that Funko needed Veve. Now, obviously, the Funko sales, they grossed over $1 billion in sales last year. Veve was nowhere near that. Again, Funko did over $1 billion in sales last year, and Veve was nowhere near that. But the margins that Veve has is this much, and the margin on Funkos is like this much. Funkos, they have a lot of debt, and they technically lost money. Now, obviously, again, they have some growing pains. They have a bunch of other stuff, but the trajectory at which Veve and the world is going is away from plastic. They're away from Funkos. Like, Funkos don't get any resale value on the secondary items. They don't get any of that. Getting into these digital worlds that Veve is doing is I mean everyone's gonna go to whenever Disney goes and they say, hey, we have what do you call it? Whenever Disney goes and says, hey, look at this line item, it's all of the revenues we have from the Veve secondary market, and people like, what is the secondary market? Veve, what is this? And they're gonna look, and it's gonna be on a call one day. I don't know when, but it will. I think that this is as special for Funko as it is for Veve, maybe even more, because Funko is, yeah, what Veve has, Funko wants. Yeah, and in the future, though, be advised that this is big because it's the first one. There's going to be a bunch, and I don't want the expectations to be like, oh, okay, we did $450,000 in 27 hours. Let's make it so that they have to pay $1 million to buy this out. It's just not going to happen. Even the same thing, $450,000. The only way they could do it is if they're like, hey, okay, now that we have Iron Man, and this is the third iteration of Iron Man on the app, if they did a first appearance, let's say they did a first appearance of, I don't know who we have at Marvel that we don't have yet, Cyclops. Okay, a Funko of Cyclops. It's a first appearance. And it doesn't have to be 18 inches. It could be a Marvel Mighties. A Marvel Mighties X-Men. I would love that. We don't have X-Men yet. That type of thing would be incredible because that's a first appearance. And the Marvel Mighties are usually higher volume. So we don't just need 3,000. Like, I think we could do a Marvel Mighties thing where instead of, $150, it could be, just $50 or $35, whatever it is. I think those types of things would be better. I played the game. The fans of the game were served. Non-fans. It's a good time. I'm sure non-fans were confused AF, especially when the crowd was cheering and the non-fans had no idea why. Yeah, so I went with two friends, my friend Jessica and my friend Tina, and my friend Jessica had played all these games and she's super into the lore, so whenever stuff is going on, we're like, yeah, yeah. And our friend, the Tina is just like, what's going on? Why is everyone cheering? We're like, oh, because, this. It's just so fun. But again, even if you didn't play the games, it's still an interesting movie. I still liked it. Anyway, Sean says, I've seen the movie twice. It's actually good, just long. Oh, you're talking about the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, the flowers and the pew-pew, right? Yeah. Very nice. Miss Pine Robin says, what y'all MCP level, guys? Anyone above 60? I'm at 51. I'll be at 52 in 6 days. Huzzah. Actually, if we go over to the Play Store and we take a look at the what's new, it just says minor fixes and improvements. That's it. It's crazy. It just says minor fixes and improvements. But we have a whole new profile. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be. Cool. Pokemon Johto. Sorry. I used to have this in my description. I don't know why I don't anymore. This is how to get a lot of info about the Grumpy Cat. The Grumpy Cat info is... it used to be in my videos. I don't know why it's not anymore. Anyway, I commented that down below for Grumpy Cat. Planet Providence says, MCP level? I'm not above 60. Other people might be. Sean says, make sure he's trying to redeem it on the web app. Yes, that's true. When you try to redeem the code, try to do it on the web app. And Taco Breaks, thank you so much for the super chat, saying my super chat got beat. I'm not happy about that. I will beat that one day. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, and anyone that does 500 or more can get a free hour-long video chat with me. If you do 500 super chat or more, a free hour-long video chat with me. Ask me whatever, do whatever. And yeah. Mr. Piner Prophet says, Taco, thank you. Taco's wrong. Booth says, Taco kisses at Cartman. Ooh, taco flavor kisses. She's a new Jennifer Lopez. Oh. Sean Grouse says, oh, thank you. I'm updating mine right now. No problem, fam. Sean says, yeah, the app was down for a few hours late last night for maintenance. Interesting. Sean says, I'm almost 54, and wow, look at the app, bro. It looks so good. It looks so clean. I love it. Sean's about to hit 2,000 collectibles and comics. That's amazing. Congrats, brother. 2,000's a lot. You should be very proud. What Mama says, want to make some additional income? Question mark. My day job, I'm a computer tech sales associate at a big-time t-shirt and merch company. I'd like to put together a crypto/NFT team and become a dominant force. I'll do a video chat, so I'm going to show you what we do. We print for the NFL currently. Wow, Mama, send me a message. Send me a message, and we will get to talking about stuff. I like doing stuff. I mean, how much is that going to make me? Probably not a lot, but I'm always open to ideas. Just going to take a picture of that. Oh, there's a lot of messages that I'm not going to get to for a while. Sean Grasmick saying, my roommate probably is one of the biggest Funko Pop collectors there is, and he did not even bother going for the drop. And he is in Veve as well. They don't like that series. No, Funko collectors do not like the Gold Line series. And it's still sold out. So if they do, let's say like a Cyclops. Dude, if we get Marvel Mighties, I'm going to lose it. If we get some of these in a different line, it could be insane. You don't need the Veve fam for that. You could get, a couple 100,000 in sales without the Veve fam. You could do 500,000. This could be really, really interesting, and I'd really like it. But we'll see. Booth says, where can you buy GrumpyCat coins? Oh, in the link that I just sent at 12:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's where you can get the GrumpyCat coins. Smarty Pants hit level 86 today. Not long before he hits 99. Lego. Oh, excuse me. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Who is this? Comment on your video. Oh yeah, fire, straight fire. Straight fire. Okay. Where was I here? I'm gonna go to see if there's any comments in the YouTube studio before we move on. There is not, but I want to see some analytics, like us on Facebook. Revenue. Okay, what are we at? We are at the 28th, so the 26th is the last. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, what is 6? Hold on. Very nice. It is not too shabby of a month for me. Beantech says, late night stream. I've got my 100 million OMI backpack. Now we wait for the bull run. Or, Beantech, or say this. Maybe we stack just a little bit more. I will get at least 1 more million OMI before the end of the year. Maybe 2 more million OMI. I do really want to go to Paris. So we'll see. Taco Breaks with the super chat saying, Raythax beat me. He's not going to get beat on super chat. It's a competition now. Oh, competition. I love competition, especially when it's super chats. I think Raythax might have gone to bed. Raythax likes to go and drop some cash and then dips. Pieces out. He just likes to let me know that he's like angels in the outfield. We're always watching. Which I know that sounded creepy. It's not creepy. It's like we're always watching, as in like, we got your back. God squad. I'm such a nerd sometimes. Okay, what mamish? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yes. We'll definitely talk soon. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, Randy. No. Okay, what do you guys want to hear me sing? I'll totally sing. Yeah, thank you, Taco Breaks. Or thanks, beat me. Not gonna be on Super Chat. I will be live until the Super Chats run out. Which is gonna be a while. Like a long while. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe Beantech 100 million is so wild. It's so much. So much. Thankful for you. Happy for you. Sean Grasmick says, a Marvel Mighty Wolverine would be really cool. I would love that as well. Marvel Mighty X-Men. There is such a big they kind of started doing it with Kamala Khan, for what's her name? For Ms. Marvel. They kind of mentioned it's the first time they mentioned anything with mutant in it. And the mutant in it, I just watch the last episode. Watch all of Ms. Marvel. It's pretty good, but the last episode is so good, so good. I've watched that last episode. So you have no idea. You'll know what I mean when you watch it. If you watch the '90s X-Men series. Did I just give a spoiler? Congrats, Beantech, and thank you, Crazy Dan, for being a member. Booth says, how well do you think GrumpyCat will do? Well, I know it's coming, so it's going to do extraordinarily well. It's going to do so freaking good. It's just, again, the comic book, which has a really good writer now. And then they have voice actors for certain things. There's a lot to come. And there's one thing that I can't mention that is really cool. They already are on more exchanges than OMI is. You guys wait. It's GrumpyCat is going to be. I won't. It started off as a meme coin, but there's going to be a lot of utility, and it's not just going to be a meme coin. It will be a utility token at some point. You watch. And it might do it before OMI. It's criminal how undervalued Grumpy is, and how much is going to go in once people realize, oh, I didn't know all this was happening. You do now, kind of. What Mom says, how about Hold on for one more day. Heard the last part of my song on the way home. Hold on for one more day. How do I even play that? All right. Who sings that? Hold on for one more day. We'll find out. Give me a second. Let me go and... Oh, I didn't even talk about Johnny Blaze yet. Shame on me. Shame on me. What am I saying? Okay, hold on for one more day. Hold. Remember the good old-fashioned Good Charlotte? Hold on if you feel like letting go. Hold on, it gets better than you know. Don't stop bouncing, you're one step closer. Don't stop searching, it's not over. Hold on. By Diamond Rio. Okay, we're gonna look up the lyrics to this. I don't know this song. Like, I could sing this anyway, like, one more day, one more time, one more sunset, maybe I'll be satisfied. No, it's like, one more day, one more time. No, I don't know how to sing this. I would have to listen to it first. Okay, it's made in 2009, right? I don't know. It looks like it could be, it could be emo. First thing I do is pray for time to crawl, unplug the telephone, keep the TV off, hold you every second, say a million I love yous. That's what I do with one more day with you. Something like that. Ooh. So Wat Mamas says, OMI to the Let's Celebrate Their Super on a live stream. Wait, how do, we're already live streaming. How do I, let's celebrate, oh, it's your first super chat. Well, shout out to you, Wat Mamas, for your first super chat. Thank you so much. Celebrate good times. Go. Okay, we're gonna do this. Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebration, Wat Mamas. It's me, Mario. Press start to play. You know, I really get into the I like the emo stuff, like Death Cab for Cutie. God, what is that Death Cab for Cutie song? Hold on, let's look this up real quick before I get back into this. Death Cab for Cutie. I will follow you into the dark. Okay, all right. What is this? Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark. If heaven and hell decide they are both satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. There's no one beside you when your soul embarks. I'll follow you into the dark. That means he's gonna go after her, and you know. Anyway, Smarty Pants says, even though I'm a GrumpyCat Coin maxi, 4chan is going. Yeah, 4chan. The 4chan market cap is well over what GrumpyCat's is. It is insane, insane in the membrane. And 4chan is just an amazing, amazing token. It's got the meme power of 1,000 suns. And thank you, Wat Mama, saying, "Oh, me to the #1 to the balloon." And I will celebrate your first super on a live stream with the Mario hat. It's me, Mario. Sean Grasma says, "Congratulations, Smarty Pants." Smarty Pants is a beast in many things. Wat Mama says, Wilson Phillips, I think. Oh, by Wilson Phillips? That is not what I had Googled. One more day. Okay, all right. Okay, so it's just called Hold On by Wilson Phillips, not One More Day. It's called Hold On. From 1990. How old are you? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the lyrics here. Know this pain, I know this pain. When I lock up myself in these chains, no one can change your life except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. So open your heart, and your mind. Is it really fair? Feel this way inside. I don't know how to sing this song, but that's the way I'm singing it. Someday, somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around, say goodbye. Till then, I don't even know how to say that. Okay. Smarty Pants says, haha, I'm going to Universal Studios Hollywood again tomorrow, and they're Halloween Horror Nights, but I'm going to do the Super Mario Kart ride I couldn't do last time. Oh, I'm glad my hat could remind you. You're welcome. I hope you think of me when you're riding the cart. Mm-hmm. And we are going to go and we're going to get back some people on Twitter. All right, so we'll go with the Ghost Rider stuff. Be advised, there are a couple of Ghost Riders. Johnny Blaze is just the most popular one. He's the first. He's the best. The one with the hairy chest. He's everyone's Ghost Rider. Is Johnny Blaze. However, we are not getting Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. We are getting Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch is a long lost brother of Johnny Blaze, and he's good. He's the next Ghost Rider, and the collectible looks amazing. It looks so heckin' cool. And even though this is a first appearance, this is not the only first appearance Ghost Rider will get. We are going to get multiple first appearance Ghost Riders because you don't start with Johnny Ketch unless you're working your way, or you don't start with Denny Ketch unless you're working your way up to Johnny Blaze. So that's some food for thought there. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, it is 1,200 of them. It's $50, but it looks amazing. It's an ultra rare. So on the description it says the new era for the Spirit of Vengeance, as in like, oh, this is the next version of a Ghost Rider, not the Johnny Blaze one. It says when Danny Ketch and his sister Barbara are caught in the crossfire of a gang war between Kingpin's men and the deadly Death Watch, Danny finds a mysterious and familiar motorcycle that will save his life and change it forever. Forever. Okay, so that's the Ghost Rider, and that comes out on, when does it come out? October 30th. 2 days at 2 p.m. No, I'm sorry, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's interesting. And this obviously is going to have a 8.5% fee, 6 from Marvel, and 2.5% from Veve. We do have the postage stamps that are coming out. Those will be tomorrow. It's going to be about, when is this going on sale? 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that works out for moi. Totally works out for me. I'm into it. Sean Jones, what's your opinion on this particular Ghost Rider? I stacked a bunch of the Spotlight 5s, which I believe is first appearance. I'm correct. I think it is. This one, it's Danny Ketch, so it's not the original Ghost Rider. It's not Johnny Blaze. But it's fine. Again, the collectible looks amazing. It is a first appearance. It's just not the Ghost Rider we all kind of know and love. But again, it's still fine. It looks really good. Like, it looks super boss. I'll show you real quick. Oh, no, that's not it. Like, it looks pretty solid. Like, I'm very happy with the way that it looks. So, we'll see. But yeah, these stamps are going to be interesting. Oh no, this is different. This is the. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me show you the stamps real quick before we go on. The stamps are cool. They're going to be one of the little kitty cat stamp. That's pretty fun. Oh, and then we have a spider, USA Forever spider. And then we have some bats. So that's getting into the spirit there. And the last one, we have some ghosts. And that's pretty cool too. They're $6. I like the ones that are just, you pay $6 to get a whole set. That's really cool. I might buy this. I might not. I don't know. Ooh, Grumpy Cat for the win. Eat that 0, Grumpy Cat. Sean Grabsick is laughing. Oh, I thank you. And then we have some posters today. That's gonna happen in about 10 hours. The posters are all right. Well, the first one, they're $25. That's not bad. The first one actually looks really cool. I actually really like that one. The second one is Queen, as in almost looks like Queen Veve, Laurie Brenner. This one, oh, this is Hades. Oh, this is really good. The Hades one I really like. Only 888 of them. It's an ultra rare. Oh, Cruella looks really good too. The Cruella poster. I really like that. And then, oh, Ursula. I'm not gonna lie, I never really liked Ursula, but there's 455 of her, which means 365, so there's not a ton. What were the first two? Okay, like I said, this one is Evil Queen. This is Maleficent. Oh, Maleficent is the first one. Yeah, that's all right. But wow, yeah, that one for the secret rare, or the Cruella and the Hades one, I really really like. I'll probably get those because they're great. Bean Tech says my Veve profile changed a bit. Like, it's like, hey, I've seen something like this before. And I'll give you the winky face. Because Bean Tech is a homie. Oh, he's level 70. Good for you, Bean Tech. Good for you. Alright, moving on here. Sean says, dude, I cannot believe you are wearing that shirt. LOL. I don't know anybody from New York that wore that. Okay, so this is not 100% my fault. Oh my god, my pants are falling down. Oh my god, my pants are falling down. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, so this is actually not my shirt. It is my friend's shirt, and as you can tell, it's a little small on me. Yeah, there we go. But yes, this is not my shirt. It's a friend's shirt. That's why I have it. Sean Graves says, a friend of mine got me into them recently. Death Cab for Cutie. And I have the whole discography now. That's amazing. Always gotta love Death Cab for Cutie. Their Death Cab for Cutie is... So, I remember... Oh, God, it was like 09? When did that song come out? I have to Google this and let you guys know. Because it's really good. Alright, where is it? Okay. This was... What year did this come out? Oh my god. Okay. Follow You Into the Dark. Year. Okay, what year did this come out? Okay, yes, it released in 05, because I remember being in high school. Not when it released, but when, I guess it was like that year after. Yes, I was in high school in 2005. I'm very old. There were these, it wasn't anyone at my school, I don't think. Well, there was one girl that, unalived herself. I don't think it was for Death Cab for Cutie though, but there was like a string of a lot of teenagers, especially girls, that which is surprising because most of the victims of suicide are men, but this string happened to be a lot with girls, and they had put, like, their last thing that they wrote were the lyrics to Death Cab for Cutie, I'll Follow You Into the Dark. And it was like their 13th reason. Like, oh, okay, nope, can't do it anymore. The song's too sad. Like, most of it was because they couldn't be with the person that they loved, and that's why. And almost romantic. I'm not trying to romanticize that at all. But there was like almost like a nationwide spread, like, anti-Death Cab for Cutie. You're making music for people to kill themselves, and it's like, No, they just put their thoughts and feelings into a song, and unfortunately, it had some not good consequences. But I still love that song. I still love them. I still, and again, but just at that time, there weren't really any mass shooters yet, so that wasn't the big news. The big news was, the unalivings. So yeah, I mean, Columbine happened, but that was like years and years before. Anyway, Wat Mama says I picked up Scar for 52 gems. Other than that, I've been completing the Disney Resort Secret Rare posters. Very good, very good. I'd had to take a break because I hadn't worked in 3 weeks. I just the week of Comic-Con, like when we get there on Thursday, like I worked one day. The week after Comic-Con, everyone was sick. I think I worked one day. And then this week, I didn't work for 3 weeks, so I've had to do so I've had to take a stop from buying. I've had some other stuff I had to do to make money, so I'm almost there. By next month, I will go and I will do some buying myself. It'll be glorious. Glorious purpose. Bean Tech says, love the Mario hat. Oh, well, thank you so much. I love the Mario hat as well. It was great. Sean Brown says, One More Day by Wilson Phillips. Oh my lord, let's hear some Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Okay, all right, hold on. Black Sabbath. Let's see what we got. Ow, my body. I don't know, should we do Iron Man? Iron Man's always good. Symptom Diane. Okay, let's get this bread. I am Iron Man. Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will he fall? Gotta love Black Sabbath. Is he alive or dead? Has these thoughts within his head? We'll just pass him there. Why should we even care? Oh God, that's a good one. Sean Graswell says, once you listen to it, you'll know every single word to the song. Maybe I will one day. I'll look that up after this. Matt Mars says, get David Yu on. You, says What Mammoth. I have not been streaming nearly long enough to get David Yu on. I would have to stream another 10 hours and then maybe but I've been up for, hold on. Let's say it's had 9. Oh, I guess I haven't been up for that one. I've been up for like 15, 16 hours. I'm kind of tired. I don't think I could get David Yu on right now. And again, there's 39 people here. It wouldn't be much of a thing if he came. I mean, it'd be nice and private. And also, this is not a StreamYard. I couldn't get him on because it's not a StreamYard. I can't share the link for people to come on right now. Maybe another time, though. Probably another time. Sean goes, someone told me that the motorcycle looks like a mini bike. Oh, for the mini bike for Ghost Rider? I'm not 100% sure what a mini bike looks like, but it looks alright. I think it's alright. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'm a happy best. Sorry. Sean says, noise. The stamps are on Sunday, I believe. Very nice. I think the posters play music and the stamps are interactive, I believe. I'm not sure how they are either, but yeah. Okay, what we got here? What was it saying? I've got my sights set on you and ran away. And last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down. It's just a stuttering, ask me what I'm thinking about. Just like I couldn't believe. Say what's wrong with me. Oh, nothing, I'm just spending no money on Veve. Next time I'm going to go over some what's undervalued and overvalued. I will redeem myself, my heart can rest till then. Oh, why? I can't wait to spend you again. Okay, I want to see what Superman's doing. Superman is... He's up. He's 354. He was like 297 last I looked. So shout out to Superman being at 354. First thing I really want to look at is Aladdin. Because Aladdin has a couple of things. So Princess Jasmine, she's $51. And her sub 100s, there are only 2 out there. You can get it for $85. So let's try Aladdin. Aladdin is $15. Sub 100, 65. Get a sub 100 for 65. So not bad, not bad. I still wouldn't get him yet. And the genie is only 16 doll hairs. So he's a rare. So 16 doll hairs. You could have gotten, I think, the number 46 for like 110. And I should have bought it. I just didn't. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. But now the number 46 is 6.9 million. So clearly he bought that. Shout out to them for that. I messed up on the Anna. There was a number 41 Anna that I could have got for like $777. I just didn't have the money. It was so good looking too. You don't even know. Oh god, hiccups. And now the cheapest sub 100 Anna is 161. But again, that's sub 100. Elsa is 2470. And her cheapest sub 100 is 129. Not really worth it. Olaf, we'll see what's going on with him. Olaf is 40 doll hairs, which is literally at retail, so that's perfect. And cheapest sub 100 is 149. I don't think that's really worth it either. All right, the Lion King. One of my favorite sets here. So Rafiki only at $15, and he's an ultra rare. So Rafiki is $15, 19. So there's a lot of him. There's 1,904 of him, even though it's an ultra rare. I think it should be rarer. You can get a sub 100 for $66. It's okay for right now. Scar though. Scar's a secret rare. I don't like Dasani, but I guess I'm drinking it. There we go. Okay. So Scar's at 58. His sub 100s are, there's a lot of them out there. 150, 110. All right, 110. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to get it, but still not bad. And then Simba, my main man. $35 for him. And $35 for him. But the sub 100s, no, nothing's really worth it for him. Now let's go to some Marvel Mighties. Gotta love them. Actually, before Marvel Mighties, I want to see the common version of Hulk and see the sub 100s of him. Wait, why can't I see? He sold out. Why can't I see the... I can't see. It's so strange. I go to him, but I can't see his... I can't see his floor for Hulk. It's so strange. Okay, I'll have to go to the market and see Hulk then. Alright, $37 for his floor. Cheapest sub 100 is $449. That's way too much. Okay, well, we are going to move past the Hulk. And we're going to go to the Guardians of the Galaxy Adam Warlock. He is $23 for his floor. I think he should be about $92 for his sub 100. And he's $99 for a sub 100. Okay, not bad. We'll take a look after Adam Warlock. We'll go to the other Guardians of the Galaxy. Cosmo, nobody really likes, even though I love Cosmo and I have one of her. Let's take a look at Drax. Everyone loves Batista, $17. And then his sub 100, which should be, I think, around 68. His cheapest one is $80, so I wouldn't really get that just yet. Let's try Mantis. And then I'll get back to the cons in a second. Mantis is $6. I think her sub 100 should be at least 36, 40. But the cheapest one is 78, so not really worth it. Nebula is a bit more popular. She should be higher. She's at $8, so that makes sense. So let's say 56 as a sub 100s probably should be. And you can get number 85 for 85. So that's it right now. Peter Quill. There's somebody that has a ton of Peter Quill. And he's only $8.75. So it's MoMi. MoMi has like 800 Peter Quills. Has a ton of them. And I'm going to go and see. There's none of his sub 100s that I think I would get. And I'll finish off with some Rocket. Rocket's at 105 doll hairs for the floor and 129 for the sub 100s. Rocket in general is the scarcest Marvel Mighty, and he's really a very popular character. So him not having a lot, I think is really interesting the way they did that. Sean says, I seen that movie Life After Death last night. I didn't know it was a documentary. If you're an atheist, you might not be after this movie. Ooh, that's interesting. I like movies that challenge you. Oh, can we get 2 more likes? Get me up to 50 likes. That'd be great. Sean Grasman says, oh yeah, I picked up a Gem Spring Batman last night for 20 gems, and it was a 3-digit. There was only 3 on the market that were 3-digit and 14 total listed. It sounds like you got a steal. Congrats. I like sets that are super easy to pick up and get. Oh yes, Ed. We have been talking about the updated app, and I got 50 likes. Huzzah! Thank you guys for the 50 likes. That means the world. I'm gonna go and okay. Yeah. Charge my phone a little bit because my phone is on the fritz. Okay. And now we are. Oh, thank you, Booth, for being like 49. Sean says, bro, I've seen the movie Gran Turismo like 6 times in theaters. One of my favorite movies of all time. That's amazing. Oh, God. My back. I gotta stretch. Oh, my hips. Oh, God. I'm going now. Grumpy Cat. Getting grumpy with Randy. Grumpy Cat to the moon. To the moon. Oh, God. Suck. I have been live for almost 3 hours and I have to pee. And I would not have been live for this long, but we had Raythax go and give a $500 super chat. So I have to stay. Honestly, I could probably end it right now, but I gotta stay for him. You gotta stay for the ones you love. You're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 you're the one that I want. Okay. Let's see what else is going on with the Veve. We'll do a rest of some of these Guardians. Ant-Man. Okay, so Cassie Lang. Cassie Lang, there's 23 for sales, $10.66. Oh, and what is this? There's only 1 sub 100 listed for 200. I wonder why that is. Is Cassie that big of a popular character? Or could it be that 21 of her sub 100s are with the real Randy Chavez? I have number 82, 85, 91, 64, 54, 76, 94, 90, 78, 69. If we comment nice down below with the 69. 74, 55, 75, 97, 47, 48, 63, 80, 45, and, oh no, that's it. Oh, do I only have, oh, I have number 456. Oh, so maybe I only have 20, or 19. I think I only have 19 of her sub one. I thought I had more. Oh well, disregard. We're going to try Hope Van Dyne now, the Wasp. She's $7 for her floor. $88 for the sub 100. I'd like to, but I can't. We're gonna have more Marvel Mighties next month for the Marvels movie, so I can't wait for that. And then Ant-Man's $11, and there's nothing super good about him. About his sub 100s. Fun on the Sun says Raythax is awesome. He is. And Fun on the Sun says Taco Breaks too. Yeah, Taco Breaks is big time supporter, and we love him for that. I mean, we love him in general, but you know, the supporting we thoroughly enjoy as well. And you have Sean saying, I think Genie has one of the best animations on the app by far. Yeah, he's really good. I have number 45 of the Genie. It's super good. Oh god, I'm stretching here. Oh my god, my back is destroyed. Okay, we're gonna switch hats here again. Yeah, I'm just Pete. Everyone else would be a 3. I'm dying. Over here. Put on my blanket because I'm cold. Oh god. This is the Steve Cannon photo. You can't see it because of the glare, but it's really nice. And we're gonna make it so that. Okay, there we go. All right, we're better now. So I guess we're gonna get real here because we're out of comments, but I still need to be on. We are going to talk about Pokemon. We love Pokemon. And then Dashie. I wonder what Dashie thinks. Dashie sees me sitting on the edge of my bed every night, streaming, talking to you guys. And I wonder if Dashie thinks funny how it's normally dogs that are the foot of the bed of the human, but I am at the foot of the bed. Dashie's bed. I mean, it's both of our beds. Do you know if Vivi's going to decon? They're likely not. I'm going to say they're likely not going to go. I don't know if oh my god, my freaking knees and my back. I don't think they've made a official announcement. But I just don't think they're going. Like they have Paris to go to in January. They're not going to want to leave from where they are right now to go to decon in December, to go back to where they are, work for a couple weeks, and then go to Paris. It's just likely not something that they would do. I do hope they go somewhere else the week after Paris, or the week after France. They're not going to be in Paris, really. Dasani water, I thought, was only down south. I think it's made by Coca-Cola. I hate that water. Aquafina is my favorite. Poland Spring is most common, and I'll drink that all the time. So yeah, I really like those, but I don't think, what do you call it? Yeah, I just don't think the Dasani tastes very good. It tastes like water from Arkansas, just not my favorite. Anyway, Dashie. The origin of Dashie is that he was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep them. No, that's a Lord of the Rings thing. Dashie was made by this artist that just had this burning desire to make the perfect beings, the perfect god dogs. It was his dream. They dreamed of creating the world's best and brightest god dogs in the world. And they succeeded. It was Dashie and 3 others. One of which is in the UK. The other 2 were in Lloyd's in New York City. And I could not afford to take them. So I got the best one, which was Dashie. And yes, Dashie has duckies. Dashi very much likes the small animals, likes to play with them, really revel, take pictures. I feel like this is a very prime Christmas card opportunity. Take a screenshot. Not my teeth. I bet teeth. But take a screenshot. Maybe not. I'm still really fat. When I lose the weight, I will be much more apt to take more pictures. Um, but I wonder if Dashi has hopes and dreams. I mean, the goal was to watch over the shop, and the goal was to watch over, I don't know, but now that he's had so many adventures, traveling with me everywhere, I wonder if this is his final resting place, or if he knows that this is just but another step in the journey we call life. In Captain America Civil War, when Scarlett Johansson is sitting down with T'Challa, Black Panther, and they're talking about death, and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, says, "I'm sorry about your father." And he says, "In my culture, death is not the end, more of a jumping off point." And I wonder if Dashi knows that I want to take him with me everywhere. The sands of Kuwait, the mountains of Afghanistan, the fields of Ohio. I will always be there for him. He will always be there for me. Dude, there was this, my friend, we'll call him Sergeant Brady. He had told us a story about he was under attack, and this guy, terrorist, was shooting at him and his dog, and his dog, they were like towards the edge of a cliff, and this guy had to go and they shot at the cliff so much that the cliff like started collapsing, and the guy holds on to his own body weight with one hand, and he grabs the dog with the other hand, and he swings the dog up, and the dog goes and just mauls the guy right in the neck. um, and so he saved the dog's life, and the dog in turn saved his life from the guy while he was like reloading, and it's just wild. And that's what I was getting to before when I was watching that Nature is Metal video about this guy sees his like best friend, his dog, get attacked by this alligator, and he doesn't do anything. I would not have that guy as a friend, because clearly his man's best friend, his dog, is in his care. He's in his moment of need, his hour of need, and he doesn't do anything. So clearly, if I'm ever in need of anything, that guy is not going to have my back. And and he wasn't like this old geezer. He wasn't like this kid. He was a young guy. Maybe not in his prime. Maybe he's a little bit older, a little bit younger, whatever. But he's a young guy, and to not go and like try to save your best friend, like I would never be friends with someone like that. Sean says, I remember saving up to buy a house. I played Gran Turismo and worked 80 hours a week for 2 years straight, and I bought a house. I owe a lot for that game. It's strange how certain people will go and thank, like when somebody made that game, the creator probably didn't think, oh, I want to create something that is going to be the sole enjoyment of the person that's playing it. No, they're like, hey, this is a cool game. People might want to play in their free time, and let's make it. There's my friend Zach, when the Big Bang Show, the Big Bang Theory, um, when that TV show ended, he made like this heartfelt post about it, saying like, this show had gotten me through so many times. This show has gotten me through like the worst moments of my life, and I was like, wow. This one thing that was just meant to make people laugh, it got to
be someone's like favorite thing like in the world. And I've even gotten that where a couple of times people have messaged me and they would say, "Hey man, I've had a really rough year, and I didn't know if I was going to be here." I think they were alluding that they were going to unalive themselves, and like, but like your videos helped me through it all, and like I'm here today because of you. I was like, oh my god, I don't. So trying to go and oh, thank you Taco Breaks for the super chat saying Randy rules, with Doyle rules, Randy rules. Thanks Taco Breaks, I love you man. 3 hours, yes, I have 3 hours here. Um, been out live for 3 hours. So and that's not the only one, the only person to go and say that. There was somebody else that came up to me um at the one of the gold and silver events, at New York Comic Con, and they're like, "Hey Randy, listen, I had he lost his mother this year." He's like, "My mom was sick, and um at nights when I like she was given her medication, she was given whatever, and that's all I could do for her. And I'd still hear her wheezing, and there's nothing anyone could do, nothing doctors could do, there's nothing I could do. It's just that was just her life, and I didn't want to hear it. I would put my earphones in, and I would listen to you, and you would be the last voice that I would hear before I go to bed." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I just like, oh, and like I'm already drunk, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the best and worst thing that anyone's ever told me." And then he's just like, you helped me get through that really hard period with my mother. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I deserve this. I don't know if I am qualified enough to do that for people. But yeah, so it's so Sean, when you go and you say, um, I owe a lot for that game, I I understand that 100% because I've seen that in multiple places, and even on my own. Like I I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Pokemon. Now, obviously, I would definitely be somewhere. Um, I'm a hard worker. I'm very intelligent, and I can outwork almost anyone. But it's just the, I guess, autistic and ADHD encyclopedic knowledge of Pokemon that made me super hyper focus on it. I've spent more time doing Pokemon related things in my life than I have any other thing. Any other thing. I made a whole business out of it. Like that's where I got a lot of my wealth from, was that one card flip. I mean, card flipping in general, just buying things that are undervalued, waiting for them to go up. It's stupid. It's just, oh God, people selling first edition PSA 9 graded holographic cards. It's a mint card. They were selling them for $20. I was like, this is stupid. Selling them for $20 is a joke. So buying all of those, buying the undervalued first edition PSA 10s, you know, um, I knew finance, but I wouldn't have done that. Like I can't do that with baseball cards. I don't know baseball cards like I know OMI, like I know Pokemon. I don't know them. I don't love it like I do. I don't think I love anything as much as Pokemon, which is a little upsetting. Well, maybe Dashi. Um, that's part of the reason why I'll probably never get married. Um, I don't know. Derek Jeter waited until he retired to get married, so maybe I should too. Maybe I'll wait 15 years, 10 years. Um, no, it's just I understand because I've had, yeah, friendships that I've gotten, connections, and again, just I started YouTube just to talk about Pokemon sales data. Like the reason I'm here on YouTube right now is because I wanted to just talk about Pokemon sales data. And I did. So yeah, I just want to let you know I understand that 100%. It says 69, nice. I'm coming nice down below at 69. I don't know why it's 69 right now. Um, Oh, my phone's over there. I should not have I should not have put my phone over there, but I did. So, whatever. Let's make this last forever and ever. Okay, how about Sean says, I could have sworn I heard a few months ago they were doing one Star Wars drop per month. They had been except for this month, at least not that I know of. That does sound like something they'd say. And, maybe they did. Or maybe they are. Or that was their plan, but Halloween and New York Comic Con just got in the way of it. Does that make sense? From 1 to 10, how sure they have Pokemon? Well, I'll get to that in a second. Shout out to Taco Breaks for another $10 super chat saying, I love the channel. Should I sell my Iron Man black and golds that I pulled in my video or no? Okay, so I saw you have two. First off, Taco Breaks, congratulations. I talked about this before. Getting one of them is incredible, is insanely lucky, but getting two, you got lucky. You won the lotto twice, which is insanely incredible. So I would say, maybe don't sell both. Well, it depends. What are you going to do with those funds? Are you going to take the sale, pull out the funds, and buy OMI? Are you going to use those funds to help launch something? I mean, it's probably have a couple grand there. Like you probably have a couple $1,000. And let's say you just get, one, 1,500, whatever it is. Um, I think it's a very nice amount of money. And that's just for the digital, not including the physical. If you, excuse me, if you have no extra money on the sidelines, like none in your bank account or none in, 401k, or you have no credit left, credit cards max out, I would say, and you wanted to do something, yes, it's a good idea to sell one. If you have like an extra 10, 30, $50,000, I would say no. I'd say keep this. I mean, if you wanted to go and say, hey, I only need one, so I'm going to sell one, and then the one that I sell, those profits are going to be used for buying more Veve NFTs that I want. Maybe you don't want this one. Maybe this one you got just to see what you got, and you made out like a bandit. So now you're ready to go and sell it to get what you really want. And maybe what you really want is Tokidokis, or maybe Star Trek stuff, or whatever it is. That's fine. You have two. You're selling one, and you're using the profits for things that you want. I think that's great. That's what this is kind of all about. Um, Selling both. I mean, if you sell the physicals on top of that, I think you might regret selling both. Oh, use it all to buy a Comey. Well, I'll say this. I'll say that let's look at both sides of this. It's the first time that they're doing something like this. It's only one of 50. So let's say that you get $2,000 for both. Let's say 1,000 each. Okay, well, let's look at that. That goes to 900. Sorry. You take off 8.5%. This is 91.50. So it's 915. Yeah, $915. And then take off 10% of that. 915, 91 is 820. So let's say 822. 822 you get free and clear. You sell it for 1,000, you get 915, you cash that out, you get 800 something dollars. And let's say you do that twice. Let's round it down to 1,600. You can get like 1.85 million OMI. I think that's really good. And let's say you sell them for 1,000. And then next year they're going for 10,000 each. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I probably should have kept it. But you know that OMI is going to severely outperform 10x in the next 2 years. I think at 100x's. So I I think that if you were to tell me, not ask me, but if you were to tell me, hey Randy, I got two of the secret rares of this Funko Iron Man drop, um, the Fidgetals. I sold them both for Omi. I'd be like, oh, my man, nice. Like that's the immediate reaction I would have. But even after we explain this, yeah, in my opinion, taco breaks. I think that you'll, at least over a 2 year timeline, you will have better returns in Omi. Um, but if you already have, let's say, like 100 million Omi, and you're just doing this for, I don't know, at that point, do what makes you happy. If your bag's already packed, do what makes you happy. But yeah, if you told me you sold this for Omi, I'd be like, all right, high five, congrats, brother. I would congratulate you on getting that Omi and making this move, and I think it's really important. Um, so that's what I would say to you. Where was I? I got okay. So it's Pokemon. Um, says from 1 to 10, how sure are you that we have Pokemon? Well, last I heard, which was a long time ago, several months, that David said we're still negotiating. And it's like, okay, well, if you're still negotiating, that means there's a negotiation to be had. That means that at least the conversation is still happening, which is good. You want that. I'm pretty sure we currently do not have Pokemon, just because the last we heard they were just negotiating. Um, am I sure? How sure am I that we will get Pokemon? I would I would put it at like a 65% sure that we will get it at some point. And the reason for that is that a guaranteed thing? No, nothing's guaranteed. But Nintendo and Game Freak and Pokemon have to see we're doing what nobody else is doing. And to get that sweet, sweet recurring revenue, they're probably going to do they're probably going to do extraordinarily well. With Veve. I mean, even without Veve, they do okay. But the rest of their fan base, like, oh, NFTs. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's something that I can support. Whereas most people will just be like, I don't care, just give me the stuff. I don't care what you have to do for the environment. Some people will be like that, even though these are carbon neutral. But I would say 65% chance that we get it, and the other 35% chance is that um, Pokemon, Game Freak, and Nintendo just do it themselves. That would be my guess. Booth says, I've been doing Pokemon related stuff than anything in my life too, Randy. Pokemon is life. You have no idea how much it makes me smile to read you posting that. Sean also says, this sunny water is actually recycled water. It's not spring water. Interesting. Recycled. Interesting. Fun of the Sun says, Taco, love that number 11. Ooh, are you getting something from, excuse me. It says, so Taco, are you going to go to Fun Under the Sun? You going to sell it to him? Do you have a buyer? And thank you for the super chats. Again, you are my fire, desire. Hodl, only 50. Some might not get redeemed, which could make this like 145. Which other collectible has 50, and what are their price? It's also first appearance Funko on Veve. That's true. It's true. Some history with this as well. Sean says, no, I worked 80 hours a week and only played Gran Turismo in my free. Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you 100%. All right, I have to pee, and then we're gonna go get our phone. Just give me a second, and I will continue. I will fight. Okay, do this. And it is really cold now, so just buttoning my pants. And we're gonna throw on a jacket because it's a little chilly, and we're gonna go utilize this latrine. And we're gonna be very, very quiet because my neighbors are sleeping. It's dark in here. Okay. I cannot mute myself, so I'm going to rest you over there and hope that I have not brought y'all in here. Saying I worked 80 hours. Okay, I'm a little older, so I never got into the Pokemon phase. But after playing Pokemon Go, I know just about every single Pokemon and what type they are. Oh, so any way that people can get into Pokemon, I am all for. However, there is a lot more interesting things that happen than just the typing and the moves and the other stuff. And I can't wait to share it with you all. It's a great time. Yeah, I'm just Pete. Anyone else would... Maybe I should change it to Randy. I'm just Randy. Anyone else would be a 3. But maybe because I'm on TV and I do advertisements for Veve and the community. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just Pete. Anyone else would be a good time. Oh yeah, it's fine now. Why? Because I am here. Okay, now we're gonna put y'all there for a second. Hi guys. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, take this out of here, and I'm gonna put this in here. Okay. It burns. Marco says, I always do when you're going to the washroom. Well, you have good taste, my friendo. Now we're going to talk about Sean's comment of saying, I'm a little older, so I never got into Pokemon phase, but I know playing Pokemon Go, so every single Pokemon and what type they are. Okay, you might know that Vulpix is a fire-type Pokemon, and the evolved version of Vulpix, which is Ninetales, is also a fire-type Pokemon, but can learn psychic moves. Same thing with Psyduck, is a water Pokemon And the evolution Golduck is also a water Pokemon, but can learn psychic moves as well, even though they're not dual typing. Now, for example, Charmander, which eventually evolves into Charmeleon and then Charizard, has a oh, thank you, All Chat Gaming, for the $5 super chat. Love you, All Chat Gaming, and thank you for the lemony super chat. Lemony Snickets series of unfortunate events. I like lemons. Anyway, yeah. So eventually, when Charmander evolves into Charmeleon, and then Charizard, Charizard is not just a fire type Pokemon, the same way that Charmander and Charmeleon are. It is a fire flying Pokemon. So it can learn some flying moves as well. It can learn Wing Attack. It can learn Fly. Seismic Toss is a fighting move, but I feel like it should be flying because when you see Charizard go around the world, it anyway. Charizard cannot learn Drill Peck. I don't think it can learn Steel Wing. Not in the earlier generations. It didn't. Earlier generations didn't have Steel Wing. Not in Gen 1 anyway. But it's but anyway, it's a dual type. So another dual type in Gen 1, I think would be another dual type in Gen 1. I guess Articuno. So Articuno, I guess all the legendary birds, Moltres, fire flying, Articuno, ice flying, and Zapdos, electric flying. I guess Nidoking and Nidoqueen, they're like poison and grass, but they're ground. They have a lot of weaknesses. It sucks. I'm trying to think of some other dual type Pokemon in the first generation, but there's really not a lot. So Charizard can learn Steel Wing, but that's only in the later generations. In Gen 1, I don't believe Steel Wing was a move that you could use. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Let's take a look, see. On the Google here, just to make sure. Can you use Steel Wing in Gen 1? And it was introduced in Generation 2. So yes, I guess Charizard can learn Steel Wing in Generation 2 and beyond. So it came in Gen 2, it's going, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think that Togetic can actually also use Steel Wing. I I don't know why I know that. Okay, so I know Togetic and breeding fairly well is because what I learned in the first couple of games is that, or the first couple of times of trying to breed, because I wanted a baby Togepi, was that, okay, I have a male Togepi, evolve into a Togekiss. Very nice, right? You would think. Um, and when I go and I try to have a baby, and okay, let me breed it with this Pidgeotto. 27 times later, it came out nothing but a male Pidgey. Why is this happening? Okay, let me breed my Feraligatr and my Corsola. Okay, well, it comes out to be a male Corsola. Okay, let me breed my male Arcanine with my female Raticate. Okay, well, it comes out a male Rattata. So what happens? What happens is that in Gen 2, like 99 point, or I think all the time, it comes out as a male version of what the mother is. So for example, if I had a male Arcanine and a female Raticate, I'm going to get a male Rattata. But here's the kicker. It's going to know the dad's moves. So after like breeding things 50,000 times, let's say I bred things like 100 times, and I learned that, okay, so it becomes a male version of what the mom is, and it knows the dad's moves. So here's where things start getting interesting. Now, TMs, back in the day, the technical machines that allow you to go and teach a Pokemon a move, nowadays, you could use it forever. Back in the day, you could only use it once. So if you have, let's say, Earthquake, which is the most powerful ground move in the game. Okay, how do you go and make sure that you use that? Okay, well, what do you want to do? You do not want to give it to a female Rhyhorn. You don't want to give it to a female Rhydon, a Fanfi, or a Donphin. You want to give it to a male, specifically a male that every other Pokemon wants to boink and get the genes of that. So Nidoking can breed with so many other Pokemon. And Donphin can as well, and Rhydon can, but Nidoking can breed with like almost not everyone, but almost everyone. It's weird that Nidoking and Nidoqueen cannot breed. Wild, right? Because what is a male version of the mom? It's going to be a male Nidoran. So anyway, um, they couldn't breed in Gen 2. They might now. So what I did was I taught my Nidoking Earthquake, and then I found a female Donphin. I had them boink, and guess what happened to my Fanfi? Well, it was a male Fanfi, and it came out of the egg knowing Earthquake. It literally came out of the egg at level 5 knowing Earthquake. That was probably one of the most badass things I had ever done up until Heart Gold and Gold Silver, where in Heart Gold it came out the egg at level 1. So what people did was like, oh, you get this Pokemon, it hatches at level 5. How do wild Pokemon appear at level 2, 3, and 4? They fixed that in later games and made it so that they come out at level 1. But yeah, dude, having a Fanfi at level 1 knowing Earthquake, it was dominating everything else at like level 10. It was nuts. Anywho, what do we got here? Smarty Pants says, Butterfly is bug and flying. Beedrill is bug and poison. Zubat and Golbat is poison and flying. Obviously, Vileplume are grass and poison. I could go on. Very good, very good. Good times, yes, yes. Parasector, bug and grass. Venonat and Venomoth are bug and poison. Oh, that's true. Poliwrath is water. So here's what I really like about that line. Poliwag, cool, water. Poliwhirl, stronger water. Poliwrath, fighting water. It's amazing. Poliwrath, I think, can learn Ice Punch. And so here's what I really like about Hitmonchan. So Clefable and Hitmonchan are both very, very exceedingly diverse Pokemon. Where Clefable can learn Fire Blast, it can learn Thunder, it can learn, I think, Surf or Ice Beam. Um, but on the Hitmonchan can learn Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch. And then you have a good night, fun under the sun. Meow meow meow. Woof. um, so they're really diverse Pokemon. So I really really like them, especially in Gen 1. They're just amazing at what they can. Their diversity, amazing at what they can do. No, where was I? Then he said Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell are grass and poison. Ooh, those are good. Those are good dual typings. Yeah, there was like every single Pokemon was poison. Wheezing, cough, like every Pokemon was poison in Gen 1. There's so much of them. And there's very little ghost Pokemon. There's very little psychic Pokemon. So in Pokemon Yellow, what you could do is you can have a very broken team in Yellow very early in the game. And I'm not talking about Mew. I love Mew. Mew is great. But I'm talking about you don't need to go and let's say you can go and I'll do 3 different ways here. One way, Pikachu. All you need is Pikachu to be level 15 and you can beat Brock because you can have double team. So for Geodude, all you need to go is have Pikachu use double team 6 times. The Pokemon will likely never be able to hit Pikachu. And you're like, okay, well you can take out Geodude with Quick Attack, but you can't take out Onyx with Quick Attack. It'll take too long. And what about Bide? Bide, you hit him a couple times and then he releases that double back at you. It's not going to be a good time. You're right. However, um, there's this thing called tail whip. So when Onyx starts using bide, you just use 3 tail whips, and then quick attack starts to do more damage. When Onyx uses bide again, you do 3 more tail whips. And then this way, there's no attack being done to Onyx, so nothing can come back at you. And that's how you win against Brock with just a Pikachu at level 15. Anyway, um, let's say you go and get a Nidoran female from the. Alright, so after you get Pikachu from Professor Oak, you go over towards Viridian City, but before you get to the gym, before you get to that place, you go to the left. And there's a rival fight over there. Make sure you're leveled enough at like level 10, 11, whatever, to fight him. Anyway, um, you can find in that patch of grass a female Nidoran. You can find a male Nidoran too, and you can find a Sparrow, and you can find a oh God, what is it? A Mankey, which Mankey is good for Brock too because it can learn Low Kick, and Low Kick is fighting moves are good against Rock type Pokemon. Anyway, you can get a female Nidoran. You can get a male one. You can get a male Nidoran too, but um, it doesn't really matter what you get because uh, even though Nidorina and Nidorino are like poison grass Pokemon, they don't evolve by Leaf Stone. They evolve via Moonstone. And there's 3 Moonstones in the game. So there's one for. Well, there's 4 Pokemon that evolve by Moonstone. There is Jigglypuff. There is Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. Clefairy into Clefable. And Nidorino and Nidorina into Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Well, Chavez, there's only 3 Moonstones. You're missing one. Well, yes, but you can find a Wigglytuff at the end of Victory Road. So you can do that, and you can if you go to Victory Road. So you don't necessarily need that either way. Um, Nidorino and Nidorina, or sorry, Nidoran and Nidoran, male and female, they evolve at level 16. And you find a Moonstone inside of Moon Cave. You find 2 of them inside of there. So you can go and get a very, very nice um, 3rd stage Pokemon at level 16 before you get to the second gym. That's just one of the Pokemon that you can get. Now, and so you get both, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. They're kind of the same Pokemon, so I wouldn't bother with both. But on top of that, when you get to Cerulean City, you have to do a couple of things. You have to go and, before you defeat Misty, you have to defeat the Nugget 5 bridge. And then you have to defeat Team Rocket, the recruiter on top of that bridge. After you do so, there is a long patch of grass to the left. And this is not the Mew glitch. I'm not going to go over the Mew glitch. You can get him, but I'm not talking about him right now. On the patch of grass to the left, you have a small percent chance, like 5, maybe 10% of seeing an Abra. And even though Abra will teleport on the first chance you can get, you can throw a Pokeball at him. And if you throw a Pokeball at him, do it enough times, you will catch an Abra. Okay, Chavez, you get interested. Abra has no moves. You can't do teleport. You have to cross-train him out. I'm not talking about getting a Kadabra, although Kadabra is really cool. After you go and defeat Misty, do you need to defeat her? I think you do. Yes, you need to defeat Misty. Um, you can go south to Vermilion City, and before you go to the gym in Vermilion City, before you go on the SSN, you can go to Diglett's Cave. And okay, well, what can you do in Diglett's Cave? Well, one, you can catch a level 29 Dugtrio. So, or 31. You can catch a high level Dugtrio for that level. And you could easily use that to defeat Lieutenant Surge, which is the 3rd gym leader. Like, no question. No question at all. However, that's not why we're going into Diglett's Cave. Diglett's Cave is really small. You go in one end, you make a left up there, blah, blah, blah. It's really, really easy to get through. You go out the other end, and then you say, okay, what is this? You go out the other end and you see a house. I'll get back to the story. Taco Breaks, thank you so much for the super chat. Again, saying, I weighed football packs on my channel. It was from watching people weigh Pokemon. The coalition is insane, dude. The similarities between both those things of people weighing packs to see if they have a hollow or not is, I'm glad to see that crosses the lines of both football and Pokemon. It crosses the globe, crosses the world. I'm glad that I'm glad that that happens. Thank you for sharing that. Um, oh yeah, so when you get out of Diglett's cave, there's a house below it, and that house below it is a scientist-looking person, and he says like, "Do you have an Abra? I'll trade you my Mr. Mime for an Abra." And the Mr. Mime is called Marcel. And for those of you that don't know, any Pokemon you get in a trade grows a lot quicker than if you did not get it in a trade. So let's say if I caught a Mr. Mime in the wild, which you can't, there is no Mr. Mime in the wild in the first gen. Um, and let's say I battle, a Rattata and it gives me, 12 experience points. If I were to instead use that traded Mr. Mime called Marcel, I would get like 18 experience points. They gain a boosted amount of experience because of the fact that they're a traded Pokemon. And psychic Pokemon in Gen 1 are powerhouses. They are glass cannons. He wouldn't be able to take a hit from like let's say a Machamp, but his special is insane. And speaking of Machamp, again in Pokemon Yellow, after you go and defeat Misty, you can go and get before you get to the house, the daycare center where they'll raise a Pokemon for you. There's these little teeny tiny patches of grass where you can get a Cubone. Okay, Cubones are cool. It has a weapon. Are they really that powerful? No, not really. Marowak can be okay, but not great. So why are you telling me to get a Cubone, Chavez? Well, there's one of the trainers inside one of the tunnels. Um, not the Pokemon related tunnels, like in the tunnels, to get to Vermilion City. They will trade you their Machoke for a Cubone. Now there are only 4 Pokemon in the original series, or in the original Gen 1, that will evolve by trading. It is Kadabra turning into Alakazam. It is Graveler going into Golem. It is, well, for this one, I can't remember the other. Oh no, it is Haunter evolving into Gengar. And then it is Machoke evolving into Machamp. So when she trades you her Machoke, you receive the Machoke, and as soon as you receive it, it evolves into a Machamp. So you get some amazing Pokemon super early in those games. Um, I really, really like those games. And if you really wanted, at the beginning, before you get to Mount Moon, there's a guy in the Pokemon Center that'll give you a Magikarp for $500, and you go and you can do it, and you can pretty much have a Gyarados really early game as well, before you get to Misty. Anywho, I've talked too much about this. Let's go on. Sean Granson says, I don't know. The more I think about it, I think it's very low odds that we get Pokemon. They do, it's going to be a while. Yes, if they do, I think it's going to be a while. But it's going to be us or Pokemon release it themselves. There's no one else. Fun Under the Sun's great stream, Randy and Dash. Have a great night. Bye, Fun Under the Sun. We love you. Um, let's see how much time is left on that giant $500 super chat. Just take a look, see. Yeah, I'm just Randy and okay. So we are now just over halfway through being finished with that $500 super chat. Shout out to Wraithax for continuously being the man. Oh God, I have some messages. Give me 1 second. I accept. What is this? What did Sleep and Accept? Okay, so Omi Daily Burn has challenged Sleep and Comics to a duel to see who owns more in real life comics that currently exist on Veve. And he says, "What's my handicap?" And he says, "Let's live stream it." Apparently, Michael Campa just showed Omi Daily Burn a stack of comics in the app, so maybe they should rethink the leaderboard. I think he has us both beat. I think he might. Oh, I love Sleepin'. Sleepin' is such a good dude. We should all try to be more like Sleepin'. He's bae. We love him. Oh wow. 18-inch dolls are available everywhere for the gold line Funkos. The Veve Funko collab really killed it. Oh my god. How many of the LeBron? Okay. So when they made a bunch of the LeBrons, they weren't like exclusive. They weren't like super limited. So that's why LeBron's selling for so cheap. Limited though. Oh wow. Shout out to William Mize, MCP level 100. Oh no, that's not him. That's Groba. That's Groba B. William Mize just using his photo. It's amazing though. Yeah, edition says for Ghost Rider. Okay, so we have so far the numbers that we have so far. I'm gonna fall asleep here. Just give me 1 second. I'm almost there. I'm almost done. I'm gonna die. Okay, there we go. Is 890 of the 3,000 Funko Veve Ironmans were redeemed. So 29.7 of them. The common is 444 out of 1,500 have been minted. The uncommon, 201 out of 650 have been minted. The rare, 122 out of 450 have been minted. The ultra rare, 108 out of 350. And the secret rare is 15 out of 50. So far you have the uncommon and the ultra rare have 30.9% of those that were redeemed. And then the lowest you have is the rare, only 27.1% of those have been redeemed. The secret rare, you still have 35 left. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Around you, children get older. I'm getting older too. Okay. Where was I? Sean Gosner says, I forgot Pokemon Go just released a new feature where if you're walking with a few people, you can all link up and have 4 people on your screen at the same time. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. So I carried 2 phones so I can walk with both accounts on each screen at the same time. It's really cool. That is really cool. Both accounts. Oh, I'm jelly. That sounds like so much fun. And shout out to Taco Breaks for saying I waited football packs on my channel. It was from watching Pokemon people weigh Pokemon cards. The coalition is insane. Agreed. John M is yet to get his Funko Pops. My whale that I was talking to this morning, he ordered 4, 2 to his house, 2 to the office. And he is also waiting on his Funko Pops. He should be getting them in like 12 hours though. So good for him. Who knows what he gets? Yes, I am live. Hopefully, my cousin Stephanie, got a silver. She's got the Mark 1, so she got a silver one, and she's looking to go and get a common. So I was like, oh, okay, well, will you trade? Because one of my guys will definitely just go and trade his Funko Pop, his common, for an uncommon. I think that's a smart move. Okay, all right. We're gonna go and we're gonna talk more about this. This mad lad has 350 editions of the ultimate apex predator uncommon. That's an insane number. It's an insane stack. Andros is an insane fool. That is a Star Fox reference for those that didn't get it, which is fine. It's fine. Let's see what the gold logo is doing. So the gold logo is currently at 4,750. It should be more, but that's what it's at. And then we're going to check the gold logo 2, the version 2 stack, to see what that's up to. I have number 498, pretty close to the last one. Oh, it's up to $1,000, the second gold logo. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's good, I think. John Hines says, I have 510 Yoda sabers. That's a very sweet stack, dude. That's so much. That's insane. How'd you get those? That shouldn't even be possible. That shouldn't even be possible. I remember when I was talking to Veve Magic about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I could just tell the NSA agent or the guardian angel that had been sent to look over me was looking at me and saying, this amount of autism shouldn't even be possible. But, it was. So, anyway, what Mammoth is going wild. Okay, Wraithax, I love you so much. Wraithax, you are my hero. I do not deserve to have a friend like you, but I am so tired, and I don't know if I can make it. What would y'all do if I slept on stream? Right. Okay, let's sleep on stream. What do I? Okay. What type of shirt is this? Okay, we're gonna. Okay, we're just gonna sit like this, and we're gonna sleep. Because Wraithax, I can't do this. I can't sleep on stream, can I? Can I? Maybe I want to. Do I look like the Emperor? Do it. Good, Anakin, good. You may kill him now. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna continue to be the best Randy that I can be. I literally just lost like 10 viewers. How did you like me as Senator Palpatine? Okay, the viewers are going down. Wraithax, I love you, but I can no longer do this. My voice is destroyed. I've been going for almost 4 hours. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Oof, pet. Bye, guys. Meow. Bye, Dashi. Meow. Meow, Randy. Never mind, I'll find someone like you.